Is this what you want, Catbox? That's a nice detail. When you go under a bridge, it stops the rain. Didn't see the toll booth. Well, perfect. Oh no, we're wedged. Oh, I can't see. Oh, no, you're gonna have to move.
It's about everything we've thrown at the razor.
Oh!
They've been toppled
Oh,
by
the...
Cyrax.
He's got it! They've got it!
Are we about to have one of the great robot wars upsets?
Are we about to have one of the great robot wars upsets?
Complacent, overconfident, they're over. Toppled over. They've got a unique self-righting mechanism.
They're probably... Stop it self-righting! Stop it self-righting! Push it in the pit or something! Push it into that big hammer guy! Come on! Come on! Why are they just letting it get up? Oh, what idiots! To be fair, I think they're quite damaged, aren't they?
Did you see that? I thought he looked most
to ambush us in speed towards us.
Either of you care to place a bet?
Thank you, Betty Betty.
Fine. Right, tomorrow is another packed day.
Yes, this is definitely.
side by side. They bump and bump.
I want to see them go blade on blade, which they sort of did there. Yeah, it's gone. Boom. Whoa. This is the baby. That's nowhere. It's massive silent sun. Oh, Joseph, this one's not a clip. This one's live. I'm going to still go. No problem. Thank you, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow with the I don't remember these all foreign countries, wherever that is. I'll be back tomorrow with the Madden stream with Colombo. Oh, good. This has missed the crash. Look, we can all watch the clip in our own time. Let's go and see. Oh, we need to nap soon. We're going to nap at this nap point coming up here. Right, okay, here's a police car. Right, we're building up speed. Oh, shit! Oh. Ready?
Where I was. Hello.
That's fine. That's fine. I've not made any progress without you. I've just got back.
Okay. My partner just sent me a very disturbing article, so I'm reading that.
Was it about the Titanic? Yeah. Are you live, Kate?
I am live. I'm alive. I'm live.
Harry just wanted you to say that so we can clip it.
No, it's fine.
Which is
it's
fine.
What Harry does, isn't it?
It is what. It's live now. It's live. I'm back now. Now I'm back. Open. He's our best. He's good, isn't he? He wasn't open.
Great. Great start.
I didn't see that middle guy.
Yeah. The guys, you know, the black shirts, the gold helmet.
Is this likely to change? Yep.
Red forever.
I thought I could just take the hit. Oh no, run. Don't worry.
Oh my god.
We're fine. We're fine. Perfect with navigation.
As you can see, this robot
Okay, here we go.
run up to the takeoff point, and
Oh.
it didn't get off the line at all. It didn't jump. I think it left it too late. It would have been a foul anyway because it cleared the
Yeah,
white line,
power up.
and I think that's what was costly. We can see
Oh,
there's a
unlucky.
mechanism that pushes it off. This white thing here, yes, and that was not applied until after it had cleared the white line. So a no jump and human failure, really.
To be fair, Mike today does know the names of the use. This is why they get him in for these matches.
It's so lethal and can turn the tide of battle as this has right here.
Using the safety rail.
Oh! Thanks, Jimmy. Shepherd's gone into the rest of the show.
Did you think it was going to win at the beginning of the race?
When I saw it, I thought actually
That's true.
it moves so smoothly. Because those guys, they're going to slice, don't they? They just sort of skated along and it sort of slid along very cleverly. It's a good innovation there.
What about the others? The others were...
Well, they were very attractive. The dog was very attractive. The Kernet was very attractive. But the engineering wins in the end against the artistic beauty.
How good was that?
I am really impressed with those.
They
That
were
was excellent.
great robots.
Yeah,
What did
yeah,
you
they were.
think of them?
I thought so too.
Okay, that's written that down now. Written that down. This does actually do it for me. No, don't. I can't believe I have to say this. Please do not message me unsolicited pictures of minors. Being POM.
Well against the charge. And he comes. Can he get under there? Ready
Oh.
to deal with any trespassers.
No, we did lure it nicely. Oh no!
He said, you know what's good for you.
Oh no.
Can they rescue themselves? Cease. They didn't make it. Down and out to this head-to-head battle.
Wasn't too bad for each of us. Crime after crime. Crime after crime. There's 100 times. Crime after crime. The tablet.
Because, like an insect,
I've crossed it off.
doesn't get attached to its master. It also has no facial expressions, and having no facial expressions makes it cheaper to manufacture. But people are still attracted to insects. We all remember playing with them as children.
Fancy a bug for your pet robot?
Yeah. Yeah, pick some up off a dead ghoul. I don't know, but maybe I should just use it. Good old-fashioned gun.
Good old gun.
Yeah. Not this newfangled. Is that true? Is that what I think, Josie? Hello everyone. Hope you're ready for some big lads. Oh, all the lads are already in. Hello Kate, hello Gomalon, hello Josie, and hello Chubidan11. Welcome aboard. I've got plenty of cheap viewers though, to be honest. Yeah, can everyone please welcome in Chubi. Does look like yesterday's technical problems are all gone, so we should just have a pleasant evening of seamless streaming. Apart from the content, I suppose. Which I can't blame the broadband provider for. I think we'll be working our way through the 80s World's Strongest Man. So I think that was fun last month. Right, thanks, Freddie. Thanks, Freddie. A great performance from a big lad to start us off on Big Lad's Night. Right, okay, hang on. I reckon here's where we go for big lads. This is the right big lad scene, I think. Where am I though? Where am I? I'm behind here. I'm behind here. Hang on. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, go on, get that out of the way. See what a feat of strength. What a feat of strength to start us off on Big Lad's Night. Welcome in everyone. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready to see only the biggest of lads. Big lads, big lads, big lads. So we're after tonight. It's going to be big lads. I hope everyone's well. Thanks for sticking with me yesterday through the tech issues. They're all gone. They're all gone tonight. Everything's working. Hello, Bread Santa. I hope you're ready for some big lads. There's a big lad. Shock Peter. I think we're going to keep working through the 1980s World's Strongest Man competitions, because those were good last month. Pete Foon is a big lad. Tug Pete is a big lad. The Great Pete is a big lad. But Vanessa Phelps, I think is a big lad. And so on. John, he's a big lad. Yeah, Brady, there'll be a TikTok tonight. Actually, I've got. Do you know what? I'm one step ahead of me. I've got that sorted out. Look, I pre-rolled the dice. Where's that? There will be a TikTok. I nearly forgot, but then I didn't. There will be a TikTok. And it's going to be the cumulative talk, February and March. That's what we're going to be submitting tonight to TikTok.com. So just to explain if we've got any new viewers, we've got that bot in. Every Tuesday or on a different day if I forget. On every Tuesday or a different day if I forget, we submit a TikTok to TikTok.com, and anyone that subs or donates during the stream can add a hashtag to the description of that TikTok. If we pop out here, we can probably see. We can see nothing. There we go. This is the TikTok. Cumulative talk, February and March. And I'm going to add to that. Bread Santa has just kindly donated to add. Alright, hashtag RIP King Charles. A hashtag which one day is going to pop off. It might not be too far away. Sorry. Let's get the. What about the current big lad Pete Strowman? Well, because the wrestling streams are all set in 1996, we've no idea who that is, and we won't know. We won't know for about 25 years. But yeah, if someone did donate and ask me to make the Pressler Pete Strowman, I would have to look into who that was. Probably by looking into the future. Oh, good point, Gobelon. Yeah. Oh, don't look at that. Yeah, Gobelon's raised a good point. You can also submit a hashtag by using the channel point redeem that I've forgotten to turn on. But I will turn that on now, and hopefully it will appear any second. There it is. Okay. That should be there now, Gobelin. You might need to refresh or something. Yeah, we have got a few. That somehow they've come from the future to be a Pressler. I don't know how it works. Oscar Piastri, for example, probably wasn't born in 1996. So there is no rule against it. There's very few rules at all. Okay, let's watch the TikTok. It's going to be a mess. Just to explain the cumulative TikToks. Actually, it's very difficult. It's both it's easy to explain what. It's impossible to explain why. What the cumulative TikToks are is that all my TikToks that I posted in a month stuck together into the same TikTok, just laid on top of each other. Yeah, I think they speak for themselves. But to be honest, Brady, I was padding for time while I got it open. I do now have it open. Let's pop back over here. Computer, initialize TikTok. Okay, here it is. So this is a cumulative TikTok. So this is all my TikToks from February and all my TikToks from March on top of each other. It's a mess. Okay, here we go. This is what we're submitting tonight. Ah, that's awful. That's awful news here.
People young and old started to gather. Prime Minister's tribute. She symbolised Britain's peace in Celtic.
Lady Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, has died.
I certainly think they could be mistaken for art,
She died
JC.
at Windsor at 3:15 this afternoon. Buckingham Palace said the end is peaceful and the Queen is at her side. Members of the royal family are arriving at Windsor tonight. Prince Charles, who says he is devastated, and the Princes William and Harry will return from their skiing holiday in Switzerland.
Okay? All matter is merely energy condensed to a slow vibration. We are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. There's no such thing as death.
If they're going to ban a robot, then dear tours, the ones to ban on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
Your sister is dead. And I know it was an accident. And I know you are in pain, and I wish I could take some of that away from you. I wish I could shield you from the knowledge that you did what you did, but your sister is dead. She's gone forever. And for what? If it could have maybe brought us together or something. If you could have just said, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think this one was good, but this, unfortunately, this thing I made goes on too long.
So now I can't accept and I can't forgive because nobody admits anything they've done. Darling, I made you a cup of tea. Well, this doesn't look like coursework to me.
Is this what you want?
That's alright, I've saved it. Very Lewis heavy, this one, isn't it? A bit too Lewis heavy.
I said stop right now.
Fine.
Yeah, right, that's quite good. Look, you can say what you want about me. You can never say I'm not afraid to let something go on slightly too long. Yeah, unfortunately, the clip where I put the Lewis clip into the actual film was a very long TikTok. Possibly that's what's holding back my success on the platform. But there we go. I actually think at least the beginning of that is quite good. In a way. Oh, thank you, Gamelon, and thank you for also showing that it does still work. Yeah, I'll add that straight in. I'll add that straight in, and then we are going to watch some Big Lads. Okay, hashtag thirst. 140,000 talks on that. Come on, so that's gonna get me some views, right? Okay, keep those coming in through the night. Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm going to assume it's something bad. Well, let's add that straight in. Hashtag A24. Oh no, 115,000 talks, Brady. So whatever that is popular. Hashtag Stan Brackage. Yeah, I'll add that straight in. They're distributed territory. Oh, good. They'll be pleased to see it being included in an unauthorized TikTok. Stan Brackage, 89 talks on that. again, I don't know who that is, but I'm sure that's going to get me some eyes on this. So thank you, Josie. Okay, shall we watch some Big Lads? Do we want some Big Lads? Is it Big Lad time? Is it Big Lad o'clock? Just check the just check my watch. Looks like it is Big Lad o'clock. Are we ready? Are we ready for the 1986 World's Strongest Man competition? Let's do the let's take the logo away. Okay. Oh yeah, Nick Petrick's still here. We need anything adjudicated. Okay, let's just get some Big Lads on, and I'll set up a channel points prediction in a minute once we get going, and then it'll be Big Lad time. Here we go. Oh, straight away I can tell the audio is a bit weird. Oh, which I can do this while it's playing. Are we going to see Jeff roll something over? And that should fix it. For you.
And the competitors. From California, Rick Grizzly Brown, the 30-stone giant with a personality to match. From Austria, Klaus Wallace, judo expert and a current European pro wrestling champion. From Finland, Ilkka Namisto, former Olympic canoeist, and at 42, the oldest.
Can people hear both the music and the voiceover?
The Canadian Highland Games champion and undercover drugs cop. From Lille, Jean-Pierre Broulois, a 4-times French powerlifting champion and on home ground.
Undercover drugs cop.
Charismatic showman and last year's runner-up. From Rotterdam, Ab Wolders, the tough
No.
powerlifter, back in business after serious injury.
I think we liked John Paul last time.
Jeff Capes, the world's strongest man.
Okay, let's get a channel points prediction on this. Okay, who will be the strongest man? And then we need to meet all these men again so I can write down their names. Let's see Jeff roll this car over. I think he might be, yeah.
And the competitors. From California, Rick Grizzly,
Oh, Grizzly.
30-stone giant with a personality to match. From Austria, Klaus Wallace, judo expert and a current European pro
God, we need to go
wrestling
slower.
champion. From Finland, Ilkka Namisto, former Olympic canoeist.
Yeah, hang on. Stop. Slow down. Some of us are trying to put this into... Oh, no, I've gone too far back. Oh, okay, it's fine. Hello, Jazzo.
From California, Rick Grizzly Brown, the 30-stone giant with a
Okay, we've got
personality to
Grizzly.
match. From Austria, Klaus Wallace.
We've got
judo
Klaus
expert
Wallace.
and a
I've spelled his name wrong,
current
but you'll know who I mean.
From Finland, Ilkka Namisto, former Olympic canoeist.
Oh, God.
And at 42, the oldest competitor. From Toronto, Dusko Markovic, the Canadian Highland Games champion and undercover drugs cop.
Hey, that's the
From
cop.
Lille, Jean-Pierre Broulois, the 4-times French powerlifting champion and on home ground. From Reykjavik, John Paul Sigmarsson, charismatic showman and last year's runner-up. From Rotterdam, Ab Wolders, the tough powerlifter, back in business after serious injury. And the man they'll all have to beat, Jeff Capes, the world's strongest man.
Okay, there we go. Those are all the lads. How did Broulois spell his name? I mean, no one's going to... Okay, great. Let's go.
The 4-times French powerlifting champion
Okay,
and on home ground.
here's all the lads.
From Reykjavik, John Paul Sigmarsson, charismatic showman.
Get your channel points in now.
From Rotterdam, Ab Wolders, the tough powerlifter, back
Who's
in
going to be the
business
strongest
after
man?
serious injury.
Hello, Jazzo.
And the man they'll all have to beat, Jeff Capes, the world's strongest man. to Nice on the Riviera, which is easy on the eye, hard on the checkbook, yet delightful in the winter sunshine. At the height of the season, tourists flock down Nice's proms in their thousands. The first tourists were the ancient Greeks, who made full use of the natural harbour. The Romans
Yeah, we're in
it too and
France.
bequeathed its style. Then in the 30s, the English began a long affair with Nice, consummated sometimes in opulent exile. But there's nothing more relaxing than the waters of the Med as you think of loved ones back home, staving off frostbite. Anyway, it's the stuff dreams are made of. The charming old town was made for getting lost in. You can forget the
That's okay,
guidebook in
does
there.
that?
And if you're lucky,
You can just
won't find your way
enjoy
out.
seeing the big lads.
Nice, of course, is a flower city. And the marché
Oh. Well, I mean, I'll fill it in, shall I? Oh, there's lots of flowers in Nice, aren't there? Oh, here's a French man. I bet he's looking forward to seeing some big lads. There's a gramophone. there's someone's head. What a wonderful city. Oh, that's Columbo's dog. There's some very French-looking men.
Famous Hollywood producer once said, you can't film adjectives. Well, we all know what point he was trying to make. Except when you come here and you point a camera down at the very famous
Promenade des Anglais,
you suddenly realize he only gets away with that point by the benefit of a dog, because looking down there reminds you of all the very kind adjectives
Yeah, you
that have been
can't
used
film
about one of the most
adjectives.
famous seafronts in the world, but is very busy with traffic.
That was a nice overdub. Shall we just hang on?
The problem for the
Let's
big
have this
men, though,
again.
is not the
See?
busy traffic. It's a truck, a static truck, which needs a helping hand.
What's happened?
6.5
Something's gone
tons
bad.
of sullen menace, but they won't remain passive for long as they hold man against man. And
Oh,
a
the
half
audio on
ton
this
of
is
truck.
absolutely fucked. But I think
When you come here and you point a camera down at the very famous
Promenade des Anglais,
you suddenly realize he only gets away with that point by the benefit of a dog, because looking down there
That is
reminds you
good.
of all the very kind adjectives that have been used about one of the most famous seafronts in the world, but is very busy with traffic. It takes you about half an hour to cross it. The problem for the big men, though, is not the busy traffic. It's a truck, a static truck, which needs a helping hand.
6.5 tons of sullen menace, but they won't remain passive for long as they hold
6.5
man against
tons
man
of sullen
down the 20
menace.
meters track.
Yeah,
As you can tell
absolutely,
from sea and
Josie.
sky, the weather is on everybody's side. Jeff Capes, the current world's strongest man, at 37. This will be his last appearance in the event. It's easy to conclude he wants to go out at the top.
Oh, no.
Sigmason is the strongest
Oh.
contender.
I'm the same age as Over the Hill Jeff Capes.
70 kilos of problem.
Great headbands from John Paul.
First to go, Grizzly Brown, the man with wall-to-wall shoulders and a friend to all. Klaus Wallace from the world of wrestling and judo, in which he was a world military champion.
Klaus Wallace and Grizzly Brown on your mark.
Okay, it's close against Grizzly. They're pulling
In
the
this
truck.
first event for the Daft Trucks Trophy, the tight control.
Oh, right,
of
so
the
they've
rope
got to
is
pull the
essential.
truck
You
to
can
them.
see the slack in both lanes, although the Austrian is just beginning to get the better of this. This is probably faster than anybody really expected, and both of them enjoying the benefits of great arm strength. And the trucks are unused to travelling this fast on the fronts at Nice anyway. But the Austrian the winner by almost 6 seconds.
Well done,
Perhaps
Klaus.
a little premature to start yodeling yet.
Yeah, nobody start yodeling.
Dusko Markovic, or as he's known in Toronto, Desperate Dan. Jean-Pierre Broulois, the local hero, much heavier than he was last year, but still boys compared to the others.
Desperate Dan.
We'll now see if all that extra bulk will benefit the Frenchman. He has, of course, the bulk of the support. And indeed, it's the Frenchman who's edging
it's
ahead.
close.
The truck on the seaward side doesn't seem quite as frisky.
What's the friskiest truck you've ever seen? Hashtag engagement.
Is the winner in 21.9.3
Oh, it's close.
behind Wallace, although he and his tattoos seem genuinely pleased. For Desperate Dan, it's also news.
Where do you think you'll end up in this competition now you've got the first event over?
I'd like to make it in the top 5. Just like anybody else, I'd like to win it. But as I said, these people have a lot more experience, and you get guys like Jeff Capes, John Paul Sigmason. I mean, you know, they're animals. So They really are.
Ilka, Nemisto, and John Paul Sigurdsson, to your marks. Take the strain.
Oh, I really like Ilka's look.
Now, I wouldn't call Sigmarsson an animal without a getaway helicopter parked at my elbow. Mark you, the 42-year-old Finn is really pushing him surprisingly close. There's only the thickness of a tread in it. But it's Sigmarsson's by 0.3 of a second, the fastest time so far. And already the oldest man has impressed. And what do you think of it so far, John Paul? And that was a screwed down table too, for a man whose wind down's actually terrifying. Meanwhile, boy meets girl.
Give him a kiss. Give him a kiss.
And Jeff Capes in his last World's Strongest Man Championship is about to meet the truck. The Dutchman, Ab Wolders, his opponent in this heat. Now, realistically, Capes is the only one likely now to better Sigmarsson's time. And Jeff is into this as if he's pulling a king's ransom towards him. And being the first event, he seems to realize the psychological effect on himself and the others if he can start off on a high note. Indeed, he's treating the truck as if it was a toy. And with Wolders trailing, Capes flattens himself out, 0.2 ahead of Sigmarsson. And Wolders with a good time. After seeing his hand injury, people had written Ab off.
So there's a bit of a challenge in as much as you felt that people thought you were finished.
I don't know if people thought I'm finished, but if they thought it, then I will show them otherwise.
But Capes at the top, Sigmarsson only that single point behind, and the others, particularly Nomisto, the dark horse in third place, look as if they have to be serious contenders.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure most of us have taken part in a sack race at some stage in their life, but not a sack race like this one here. Look at this harness, which looks like a giant's girdle, stout piece of rope, and in the sack, 32 stones of wet sand. All adding up to an event like this.
And this event starts as a pain in the neck, with a sack of sand making an unlikely scarf round the competitors. Wolders and Wallace, the first two, have to carry it down the 50-metre course and then replace it with a sack double the weight at the other end.
Oh.
It certainly isn't recommended treatment for slipped discs. And Wolders, who himself has come back to these events after that injury, shows that his spirit is willing and
It's a
so
good
are his
question,
legs.
Jazzo.
Now, a slick changeover can save a second or two, and those proficient at putting their trousers and braces on in the dark are at a distinct advantage. Now, with the harness provided, the temptation is to lean back and use the thighs as a principal force. And remember, there seems enough sand in there to fill the road hole bunker at St Andrews. It is a torturous 50 metres.
Well, this is a horrible thing to have to do, isn't it?
Really come to terms with the technique. Anyway, by the look of it, he takes a size smaller in the harness.
Yeah, Klaus is struggling. Oh, Ab's down.
Well, this is where the coaches begin to pay their way. The voice must bring some kind of comfort. Klaus Wallace looks as if an invisible force is pushing him the wrong way. The barrier seems too much. Only a few feet in it, the worst few feet.
Oh, this is a horrible thing to have to do, isn't it? Well, they're like a dead weight though, as well, aren't they, going on? Because they're like, the truck has whips, doesn't it? So once you get it going, it does roll a bit.
And he's done it in 2 minutes, 43.2, but at what great cost. And Klaus's helping hand is in recognition of how punishing the event is.
Looking at them normally, I would like to swap places with you, except no, for this delightful physiotherapist as well. What's the problem?
Well, it's the age-old problem in my shoulder, and the trap's just getting tight after exertion. I mean...
Yeah, this has been a chronic one with you.
It's always been a chronic one, and it'll never get better. I mean, it's been like this for 7 or 8 years, and some days it's good, some days it's bad, you know.
This next event entails lifting very heavy sacks. Will you feel it then?
Well, I have a theory. I think I'll kick myself on my leg and make that hurt more than that, and then go for it. But obviously, you know, without pain,
It is a good show, isn't it?
Without pain, there is no glory.
Capes' very careful preparation. Next, the Finn against the American.
Okay, Elka against Grizzly.
On your marks and get set.
I feel like Grizzly will start well, but then he's going to run out of
Grizzly
steam.
has the weight all right, but in this event, he is no Carl Lewis. Namisto is the oldest man in the tournament, and unlike Samson, he kept his strength when he lost his hair. And with his kind of pace, he must be making disturbing viewing for Capes and Sigmason. Now, this is the bit of the turn Grizzly will really like, reminding him of what he does in the wrestling ring. The Finn is electing for the long rope, so it doesn't look as if he's suffered so far. Namisto didn't even have time to say cheerio in passing Grizzly the other way. And the affable American is toiling.
Oh.
Namisto's coach senses a very good time as he
Yeah, Elka's smashing it.
And with the crowd sharing the support for him, if he can drag himself in quickly, he'll end up with a splendid time.
It's a splendid time.
Which he does in 1 minute 39.6, which puts him well in the lead. Grizzly alone, if you don't count sympathy coming from all sides.
Watch your camera, let's keep back.
Backing towards the palatial but indifferent hotels of Nice, he's given it everything, but it's not getting through now to those huge muscles.
Palatial but indifferent hotels of Greece.
Big men
Not
like
Greece,
Grizzly
Nice.
exhibit a special kind of misery when the body they've tutored so avidly fails a test like this, and especially when he knows the crowd are on his side.
The old ticker going where the clamp is, Grizzly.
You better believe it, brother. You know, if we didn't have the doctor here, the old Grizz would have fell out with a very serious cardiac arrest.
And out there, they're catching fish in a view of men almost going over the
The
top.
old Grizz.
Jeff Capes, this first section will be to his advantage. And Brewell will have to try and match Jeff's great speed over the ground.
Oh, look at Jeff go.
The young Frenchman is being left behind by an exhilarating surge by Capes. Surprisingly, though, Brewell picked up near the end, and they're about all square at the turn. But Capes obviously knows a thing or two about stepping into a harness and has left Brewell behind in the traps.
Oh, Jeff is making it look easy. Strong, isn't he?
Well, at this stage, Capes looks fairly comfortable. He's practiced hard at this event, and it looks as if it's paying off for him now. He's also smooth.
Oh, Jeff's on his ass. I think it's just sand gone along, but lots of it.
Scream at him. Well, that fall has broken the momentum of the pool, apart from losing him seconds. Well, that unfortunately stems from even Capes getting tired. But he's done it in a very impressive 1 minute 15.8, although his huge frame has suffered. Brewell is nearing his limit.
Oh dear.
But he does know when enough is enough, and a sprightly-looking Sigmason in the background acknowledges his efforts.
Yeah, well done, John.
How did you feel
Yeah.
before the event when you saw all the agony around you of all the other competitors?
That's a big thought.
I don't really know. I think one of all, really, because when you see guys who are physically fit just kind of hitting a wall and changing colour.
It'll be interesting to see how they recover in the different ways.
Oh, horrible noise in the other area.
It shows, it will show who's reasonably fit and who isn't at the end of the competition. Kind of
How do you feel now
hitting a
yourself?
wall and changing colour, to say the least.
With all that pain around, Sigmason looks remarkably relaxed. He goes against Dusko Markovic, the Toronto cop.
On your marks, get set.
Okay, it's John Paul gets the... Remember, this is an undercover cop. No one give him away.
On speed, nothing much to choose at the moment. Sigmason's first to the turn, though, and quicker with the harness.
Okay, yeah, old John Paul's doing well.
Capes, and that seems to be the right method. Dusko's well behind. Rhythm, that's what John Paul has. He also has some sack to pull.
He's got rhythm and some sack to pull.
Signs of a tired man there. It's very quick, even though there are more than traces of a struggle now in Sigmarsson. But he's over in an astonishing 1 minute 6.4 and grateful for the lie down. Only a couple of yards to go for Markovic.
Come on, Dan.
No, the time limit is up, but the new boy has put himself into 4th place.
I am the Viking.
Vikings seem to feel no pain. How about Canadians?
Well, I'll tell you, it was so bad. If you looked at the definition of word bad in the dictionary, my picture would probably be there. It was pretty bad.
Sigmarsson's event all right. Good control, fine attack. Cape's not all that far behind. And the growing champion of the middle-aged Namisto belying his age. Overall score count after 2 events, Capes and Sigmarsson neck and neck with 15 apiece, followed by Namisto, worrying the big 2.
Well, the next event is a very classic and ancient test of strength. The lifting of very heavy stones. In this particular instance, taking this stone and putting it into that barrel. There are 5 barrels in all. An expert in it is referee David Webster. This is a very ancient practice, David.
Yes, going back to the Middle Ages, when it was a test of manhood to put a big boulder like this, slightly smaller of course, onto a wall at waist height. So this duplicates that feat exactly.
Do you often get 5 stones put in the barrels?
Never. Never has been done in a competition. One competitor only has lifted this big stone before.
And this is the man who did it, John Paul Sigmarsson. Now we've moved inland a little to the pleasant Parc d'Albert. The stones have come by road 2,000
I guess this is the event that eventually becomes the Atlas Stones.
Austria, on your mark and get set.
The current European wrestling champion,
I think maybe he does
just
Jezebel,
the first
yeah.
stone weighing 95 kilos or 209 pounds. Not much strain there,
Yes,
but John
Gobble.
Paul will tell you this event has special problems.
Oh, me? No, I do not work part-time as an Elton John
You have to be very
impersonator.
careful about your hamstrings, your legs, because you stretch the hamstrings a lot when you try to pick up the stones.
The third stone, 221
Yeah, it was
pounds.
beardy
Sending it
period,
in
yeah.
kilos, 120. Doesn't make it any easier. But he doesn't look especially racked putting that in. Now the fourth, 130 kilos. He doesn't much like his belt now.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, get rid of the
fortunately,
belt.
nothing has fallen down. On he goes.
Go on, Clace. Yeah, he's got it.
Done it.
Go on, Clace.
And now the last
Can he do
boulder,
it?
which is an unimaginable
No one's
22
ever
and a half
done all
stone,
5.
3.5 more than his body weight. One way or the other, he isn't
He's
likely
more
to
than he
forget
does. No.
No, he'd prefer wrestling, but you can't put a half Nelson on a McGlashan. Next to go, the man currently in
I don't
fourth
know.
place.
I'm not aware of Klaus as a
I
wrestler.
asked him before the start how much he fancied such an
There
event.
was still quite a lot of wrestling in Europe in the
And then it
80s.
goes up and they're getting bigger. So I've never done it before, so it should be fun.
Fun. No sign of giggling as the watches record him at the second barrel. Now for the third one, 120 kilos. He's well ahead of Wallace time at this point. The weight has increased by 46 kilos. And he knows it. And more than half a minute up at the same point.
We did wrestle in Japan.
Well, Walters is a nightclub bouncer, and he's done enough to convince me I wouldn't gate crash one of his parties. But this is the real test. No, it's a wise man who knows when to let a stone
Yeah, that's
gather
wise.
moss. The Gallic giant Brulois found the going too hard and could only manage 2 stones, much to the disappointment of those who thought he had more in him. And all 30 stone of Grizzly could only manage 1, which made the bear growl.
I just can't get enough arm around it. You know, it's very, very frustrating. Very frustrating. I'm gonna get this. I gotta crack him with a mallet.
Not for a stone that looks as if it's
Exciting
been made
use of
from
Brad
steel
Sandra about
girders of
Price's
Scotland.
wrestling career.
Il Canonisto prepares himself.
Namisto, on your marks and get set.
Let's remind ourselves again that
Yeah,
Namisto may
he
be
did
the
wrestle
easy
Vader,
shoot
but
at his age be home lifting a gardening trowel.
Because Vader wrestled in Europe
like
for a bit,
that wins you lots of
in
friends.
Germany in the late 80s or the mid 80s.
The third stone treated almost with contempt. Somewhat heavier is the fourth stone, precisely his own body weight, 130 kilos. The coach thinks he can do it. What an amazing man he
Come
is.
on, Ilka.
Now remember,
Did they say he
contemplating the
used to be
final
like a
one, John Paul alone
canoeist?
has
He used to be
managed
like a
140 kilos
canoe
of
guy.
dumb resistance.
Oh, he's got it up. He's got it up. Come on, Ilka.
Oh, there's only a lip between him and triumph.
He's got it.
In it goes. The McGlashan stones have been well and truly conquered by a man who might well have gone to pasture by now.
So he's the first person ever to do it in competition.
Now desperate Dan Markovic. He's not messing about, obviously thinking speed is a virtue. One of the basic
I'd
problems
forgotten
here is
about
grip.
John
The
Darwin.
very smoothness is a handicap. Well, Cape seems to be lifting with them. Oh, Dusko's finding it all a bit much. Oh, he's done it.
Oh, well done, Dan.
But that's enough. Obviously, he's not going to sulk. And now the current joint leader, the massively determined Jeff Capes. As Jeff raced on, I asked Dusko how he felt about this.
It looks very simple if you look at it. Just say, well, you know, just a round stone. You know, no problem. But once you get into it, once you start picking it up, it starts sliding down your arms, and you really have to get right into it.
Which is Jeff's philosophy too. He's on the boil.
Yeah, this is 1986's What's Wrong
He's
with
the
Man.
fastest so far. Now, the agonizing challenge he's always failed. Stone 5. He can't give any more than this.
Go on, Jeff.
It might be his last chance ever at it.
He's got it. He's got it.
That will give him as much satisfaction as anything he's achieved so far. He's in the lead.
I'm not doing it. I'm very pleased to do all 5 because I'm not doing it before.
You seem to gnash your teeth and go really after that. Very determined looking.
I think it's necessary, but now John Paul knows it's also necessary to do it.
Just to let the folks back home know, he is to beat Jeff's time of 40.2. I think he's responding. He didn't like losing his crown last year. Now he's intent on showing that Capes is living out that title in borrowed time. He certainly started
Wow, this
fast,
is impressive.
but all the competitors slow down approaching that last stone.
Yeah.
And he's beaten Capes by a full 3 seconds.
I don't understand how can he be so fast.
Taking the event by storm. 3 lifted 5 stones. Namisto
Yeah, I don't know how he
impressing
can be so fast. Let's just see this again.
And he's beaten Cage by a full 3 seconds. The modest Icelander has taken the event by storm. 3 lifted 5 stones. Namisto is impressing even the most experienced.
I am the strongest. I am the Viking. Yes.
What about all the shouting and roaring at the people around? What does that do for you?
I have to psych myself, you know.
Great that he's just having a little umbongo.
Before the competition, because you know, Jeff Capes, he did a very good time, and the Finnish guy, he is very, very strong.
Aren't you worried about scaring some of these people the way you roar at them?
No, I think they're safe.
Sigmarsson won ahead. Capes with 22.
You say that, Ian, but in the last one we watched, 1935, they had a very stupid event last, where you had to put loads of lobster pots into a fishing
These cars are
boat.
about to get worse treatment than in the Parisian Russia.
Uh-oh.
They're to be overturned, and it's a big man who'll be in top gear.
Oh, I think we're going to put some F's in the chat for the Citroens in a minute.
Sport, halted in his tracks by an injury in practice. The torn bicep muscle will handicap.
Oh no, Ilka's in
Meanwhile,
trouble.
French kids are becoming honorary Toronto police.
You're a policewoman for a day now.
Oh no, he's recruiting. He's recruiting informants.
You know, you got to get a chewing section somehow.
Well, the coin of the Parc d'Albert is about
listen,
to be
let's
broken
go,
man
go,
against man. Maximum points to the fastest. The injured Finn naturally tense. Brouwer favouring gloves.
So what they're going to do, they've got to roll all 3 cars, have they? That's fun.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with Namisto's legs, but obviously
Oh no, he can't do it.
sadly he's pulling out.
Oh,
Meanwhile, Brouwer is unscathed and confident.
that's a shame. Ilka was going well.
Frenchmen are normally more respectful of their cars than this. The last car, and Brouwer
Yeah, this isn't what Frenchmen normally do with their cars.
It's now all in a quick sprint. The time 32.6. And consolation and treatment for a despondent Finn.
That's a shame. Oh, I've missed it. I haven't.
Not an event that would likely give John Paul many qualms.
Oh!
That cannot be for the knacker's yard after that. Well, John Paul might have hurt his leg, but it doesn't show. Well, he really can get out of this challenge. We obviously don't need jacks in Iceland. Oh, it's very fast. 22.2. Wallace with a third. Oh, I think he's forgotten there's a finishing line to this.
Oh, close.
And Capes must appreciate the legwork of Iceland's now most famous panel beater.
Icelandic blood. Viking blood.
Well, it's going to be a very fast event, so losing 2 or 3 seconds is vital.
Yeah. Jeff will be very fast.
Yeah, don't tell me. I'll stream it in about 5 years.
Dusko, the tough man with a soft heart. Walders, for whom Sigmarsson has a high regard.
Okay, it's Ab against the cop.
Difficult to say who touched first there. Certainly the Dutchman's car is off first. John Paul obviously knows his stuff about this man, who clearly has no love for French cars, which are proving stubborn for Dusko. This is very fast indeed. 18.1, and it puts him in the lead. But Dusko could beat Brouwer for 4th place. Yes, 24.6. Now this is unexpected. Walders has hurt himself, and the injury count in this event is mounting.
Yeah.
Grizzly lifting no problem. Running's another matter. And you can bet Capes.
Oh, great showdown. Grizzly against Jeff. Your mum had two Citroen 2-seaters. Did she? Did she roll them over like this?
Believe you me, that car is no toy.
Oh, Jeff smashing it.
The final sprint will matter.
Wow.
He's lost none of his well-known speed. He's beaten Walders, but by less than 1 second. Back down the course, Grizzly seemed to slip and crack his head against the first car. The grass has proved greasy, and not many things put this man on his back.
Looks to me now on the grass a fairly dangerous event.
No, it's not dangerous. It's like everything else. When you get involved in something like this, no matter what sport it is, you know the injury factor, you know there's no problems. It's like skiing, it's like football, it's like motor racing. Don't get involved if you don't want to get hurt.
So it is dangerous then, Jeff.
They know it wasn't as simple as...
Can we see if we can see... Did they get Grizzly hitting his head? I wasn't really looking. Well, I was looking, but I missed it. Okay, see if we can see Grizzly on the first car. Might get it on the wide shot.
Told you so.
Oh, it's not.
He's after
Not there.
Believe you me, that car is no toy.
Couldn't see it, could you?
Fast though this is, the final sprint will matter. He's lost none of his well-known speed. He's beaten Walters, but by less than 1 second. Back down the course, Grizzly's in trouble. He seemed to slip and crack his head against the first car.
That Steve Coogan day-to-day character, the swimming pool guy energy from Jeff here.
A really dangerous event. No, it's not dangerous.
It's not
It's like
dangerous.
everything else.
It's not dangerous. It's not dangerous. Half the competitors have been injured
You know
doing
the
it.
injury factor. You know, there's no problems. It's like skiing, it's like football, it's like motor racing. Don't get involved if you don't want to get hurt.
Grizzly's been shaken. Now they know it wasn't as simple as it looked.
I guess people are starting to realize how tough this stuff is.
Cape's first, Walters second, John Paul third.
Yeah, he must have been praying for Jeff Cape to come and roll it over.
Competitors, but Cape's needed the points. And moving into the evening event, he's chalked up his second win and moved into a 1-point lead away from John Paul, both drawing away from Walters.
Yeah, okay, it feels like a two... Oh, this is good. This is French.
In the middle of Nice, where the competitors are about to face up to the most painful event, the crucifix. It really is agonizing as they hold these two huge bottles of champagne out at shoulder level. Now, these bottles are bigger than Jeroboam's. They're called Methuselah's, and that is appropriate because in holding them out for perhaps over a minute, the competitors are certainly going to age a lot.
For this event, we're in the beautiful Espace Messina, right in the heart of Nice.
Well, that was an unfortunate accident you had this afternoon, Grizzly. Has it demoralized you slightly?
Well, Archie, I'd be lying if I said it didn't take some wind out of my sails this afternoon. But nothing that a good nap and a prayer to God can help me. It'll help me this evening, is what I want to say.
Do you think your back will affect you tonight?
I'm not going to let it
Josie, you're a medical expert. Is that a suggested treatment for a concussion?
Arms and shoulders which matter.
Oh, that's...
The bottles, remember, weigh 27 pounds each.
Terrifying stare from Ab.
Well, the referee seems unhappy with the position of Ab's right hand. It appears to be swinging round to the front. It's always a help to know the time. But the referee has penalised him after a second warning for that right arm. And certainly the referee hasn't won any favours with the Dutchman for that decision.
No, you're supposed to not sleep, right?
And more importantly, Walters, faced with a Moro, is dragging his leg badly.
Oh dear.
And perhaps they shouldn't risk Numisto. Well, Markovic, the policeman in fifth place, isn't the man to let go a prisoner easily. But then he doesn't hold him up like this. Not officially, anyway.
Yeah, this isn't how he officially holds up the prisoners. Yeah, good point, buddy. Yeah, is the nap and the prayer combined.
A Yugoslavian naturalized Canadian and speaking fluent French. He's appealing to everybody. Well, there is a reaction. Disguising pain isn't all that easy. Referee telling him to keep the arms back. That's it, though. He also infringed the rules by bringing his arm forward, but it's a good time, just a fraction over 1 minute. But Numisto could only manage 12.7, and Klaus Wallace, the Austrian, found that this event was not to his liking and could only register 18 seconds.
Okay.
Capes is never without support, and he'll need it in an event he positively loathes.
Oh yeah, he is bad at this, isn't he?
Okay, Dick, could be good. Squeeze the triceps. 5 seconds. Squeeze the triceps, Jeff. Come on. Breathe and squeeze the triceps.
Squeeze the triceps, Jeff.
Mark Higgins has stayed close to Capes throughout. His presence is badly needed here. Capes, who has a chronic shoulder weakness, is hating Champagne by the second. That tremor is a bad sign. It's only 25 seconds, but he's beaten Wallace in the Misto, but that old shoulder injury has left him weakened there. And into the spotlight, the man who loves it. Except you don't need to be a masochist to build up for this. It's simply John Paul's way.
Now remember not to bring the arms forward and keep your hips back and lower the bottles at the end.
Yeah, tell them to put. Because if they drop the bottles, they will just smash, won't
Since he's
they?
fond of winning, he'll not flinch. Now he's either thinking of drinking champagne afterwards, or Miss Iceland, or even both.
What do we think John Paul's
His
thinking of?
left arm is appealing for help, but the trainer's voice is all he has. Well, that's a human side of him. He does suffer like the rest. The argument is between
Hello,
mind
geeky
and
Jabby.
body. And he succumbs, but in a marvellous time
Oh,
of
good
1
time.
minute 11.3. A new
Yeah, he's thinking of drinking Miss Iceland,
all
yeah.
the world's a stage to John Paul. He sees that body of his reflected in the enthusiasm of the crowd. Grizzly's concerned by that. Remember, he took a bad knock earlier in the day. Next to go, a man who's no stranger to champagne, Jean-Pierre.
Oh, no, that's fine. That is fine, geeky Jabby. Sorry to hear you're not well.
Jean-Pierre competed in this competition
I
for
hope
the
you
first
didn't
time
slip over
last
while
year,
trying to
when
dip
he
over
found
a
himself
citron.
right out of his depth. This year, he's certainly tougher.
Seems to be why all the strongmen have hurt themselves.
Kind words from Walters, endurance by Brouillard. But he's with Brouillard, not really against them. And the Frenchman is surprising everybody.
There you go.
But he's gone. The time 1 minute 11.1, a mere 0.2 of a second less than Sigmarsson. The French are
Oh,
delighted.
that was close.
The massive form of Grizzly Brown in position.
Grizzly's gone
He broke
tops
the
off.
competition record for this event last year, so he's got to be strongly fancied, although everybody seems to be pressing him more closely. Before he went out, I asked him how he blocked out the pain.
I think of the things that bring me the most joy in my life, in my family. You see, I think of God and my family. How corny that sounds, I don't care.
That is a great face.
Nothing theatrical about that yell. You could say he's calling for mercy.
If I had enough slots, we'd do a Grizzly emote. Yeah, it's nice, yeah.
Now is the time to prove his great store of dogged courage.
Oh, he's going to smash it.
He's done it. He's beaten John Paul by just under a second. Relief gained, pride restored. I suspect he'll give him the answer quickly. Shading and caring, it's just part of the brotherhood. Maximum points at last for Grizzly and John
Well
Paul
done,
again
Grizzly.
second, but Jeff way down behind Brouillard and Markovic. And to Grizzly the spoils. That bottle isn't weighing 27 pounds now.
Is this recommended for the...
normal shampoo set? Confident as actually
Someone that's hit their head on a car?
winning the event.
Very strongly.
And if he got his head on that card now, he'd probably come out smiling.
Yeah, a little nap, a prayer,
So
a
Sigmarsson increases
giant
his lead,
bottle
but
of
keeps still
champagne.
challenging with Ab Walters and Dan Markovic in third and fourth places, but the first two are drawing away. 3 points ahead, John Paul. Do you think you can win back the title?
I don't think that I can win the title. I am going to win the title.
As confident as that.
Yeah.
But you know what Jeff Capes is like? He can fight back very strongly.
Yeah. We see tomorrow. I'm going to fight too.
A new day dawns, and thankfully the delights of the Riviera
Okay,
haven't
it's a
vanished
new day.
overnight.
Let's take a little break. take a little break, let Twitch run one of its precious ads, and I'm gonna go and get a drink. Oh no, wrong button. Okay, fine, we'll go here for a second. Remember, we are submitting a TikTok tonight, so if you haven't already, feel free to get some hashtags in. And I'll add those in. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Which break street should we go to? Actually, let's go back here. Right, I'll be back in a minute. It's live right now, Harry. Harry, this is absolutely not a clip. There's no way this is a clip. This is me live. Oh shit! I mean actually really good. Well done. Oh, McDonald's.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
I didn't see one of the defenders.
Yeah.
I didn't. What's Pete banging? It's hard to tell at the moment. He's got a stick. He's got an axe. I think he's gonna go and bang a tree. I think he's off to bang a tree. It looks like he's. Isn't it? We need to. I want to make Danny Dyer a diet. Okay, I will play this some more. I don't know when in the days. Yeah, I want Danny Dyer to get in the kiln. No, not the kiln. Yeah, no, I want someone to be working in the kiln, sort of to give me some charcoal. But we are gonna raid Sean. I might, yeah. Cause do you know what, my 20? I'll pin it. Right, okay, that's pinned. Okay, let's take a quick break, and then the TikTok will be running when we come back. Right, okay, I'll see you in a minute. Let's have some more clips. These are clips now, this isn't me. Oh no, the clips are silent. Let me just fix this a minute. The UK could be, yeah. You never will watch some TNA or something. Okay, let's look at the see if the new comes up. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, there you go, that's good. Right, back in a minute. Should have been thinking about the ghost. Well, at least we can come out of cinematic camera now. Is this guy alright? Are you alright? Oh, hi Harry. I'm back. Hi everyone. Hello. Hope you're well, Harry. We're watching some Big Lads. We're watching the 1986 World's Strongest Man. Coming live from, well, not live. It's in Nice. It's in Nice. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Harry. I'm genuinely sorry to hear that. I hope it feels better.
Could be brown trousers time.
Yeah, it could be brown trousers time for Harry. Could be brown trousers this time. Thank you for that sympathetic use of the alert. Who was it? Gobble-up. Yeah, it could have been the YouTubers. I don't really want to apologise to Gobble. Let's give Harry a shout out. There we go. Do give Harry a follow if you don't already. We've got a big stream coming up on Friday. Looking forward to that. Okay, let's get back to Nice, and maybe with some audio on. Maybe let's hear what they're saying in Nice.
Fight back very strongly. Yeah. We see tomorrow.
I don't think necessarily, Jazzo.
A new day dawns, and thankfully the delights of the Riviera.
You can unfollow and then follow him again. But that won't. That feels like a waste of time, doesn't it?
Gourmet's birth here in Linger. Jean Cocteau did and left his fresco in gratitude. Villefranche at this time of the year soothes the nerves.
Yeah. There's a guy that hit his head on a car, and his response was to have a little nap.
There, as well as the exiles from showbiz.
And then he drank loads of
Splendid
champagne.
mansions vie with each other for views of the harbour of Saint-Jean, which moors only the elite sea traffic.
Elite sea traffic.
Here. But you know, if you can afford a seafront like this, you can
Yeah,
afford
that's what we said, Harry. Yeah, EST in the chat.
It's 8:30 in the
Elite
morning,
sea traffic.
And as Nice Harbour down there delightfully
There it is. That's the elite sea
competitors are
traffic.
fully awake. Some of them have been for the last couple of hours because they are aware of a very tough and agonising day in front of them. Now, there are three events today, and a very interesting first event. Notice the boats down there. The yachts, some of them very lovely and deep with ropes.
Yeah.
But the rope that we have in mind, you couldn't tie a reef knot with.
Well, hardly, because this is the tug-of-war, and it's obviously very hard in the arms. And I asked the competition doctor if Ilka Nemisto could possibly
We don't know, Jazzo. It's somewhere nice.
No, I think it's better I stop today. His arm is very bad, but it don't want.
And that's cruel.
Yeah, you don't want a bad arm.
Such promise.
That's a shame. Ilka, the hench captain Mannery, is out.
John Paul. Now, if Grizzly can beat John Paul, it would help Jeff's cause in closing that 3-point difference. And Grizzly, you would think, his huge weight must be an advantage.
Oh, it's a tug of war. Oh, and it literally going to pull them into water? This is good. Oh, Grizzly's down.
Doesn't he look better in champagne? Well, he was hoping that his success last night would act as a spur to improve his position with this event today.
Yeah,
but
it
a
is
consoling hand
tug.
from the victor, John Paul, who's looking stronger by the minute. But it means that Grizzly could only make 6th place, one ahead of the injured Walters. And now the bout between the two experts in this game. Jeff Capes is reckoned to be almost unbeatable in man-to-man tug-of-war. But the Canadian Highland Games
Now, what we
champion
learned
is
at
no
the start
slouch
of this,
either.
Harry, is you can't film an adjective. Okay, it's the undercover cop against Jeff Capes. Oh, he's pulled him straight on his ass.
Well, yes, I think David Webster stopped the bout because in his excitement, Jeff jumped the gun and started pulling just a fraction before the whistle blew. There's a look of "don't do that again to me, brother" on Dusko's face.
Yes.
Well, Jeff's sheer power and good technique literally swept the Canadian off his feet, and the title holder is looking impressive. Normally, people simply feast the eye on the harbour, but the counter-attraction on the quay has a lot going for it.
It does seem like doing this on slightly slippery wood isn't a good idea. But what do I know? I've never organised a World's Strongest Man competition. Oh.
Well, it would appear that Monsieur Brewer isn't too keen on early morning dips, but a man from Reykjavik has other ideas. This is French synchronized swimming.
Yeah, what a jump ball.
Well, going in has saved them penalty points. Coming out has saved them pneumonia. Well, at least you can say about these big men, the fun is clean. Now it's the turn of wrestler Klaus Wallace against Jeff Capes, wearing his gunfighter look.
And it's close against Jeff. The fun is clean, yeah. Oh,
And again, Jeff turning on that awesome technique and power, but Klaus hasn't disgraced himself. He beats Brewer earlier, so that means the best result yet, and a very creditable 3rd place for this pleasant Austrian. And now the showdown. Capes versus Sigmarsson.
Oh,
Not looking quite so confident.
it's the
for a
big
change.
one.
Jewel and a son. The personality is as tight as the rope.
Oh, Jeff's got him.
And Jeff's got him. That's a great result. But there's a tremendous bond between these two, but the big Lincolnshire man's experience made him unbeatable. Confirmation on the board, Jeff's third win, but ominously again it's John Paul in second place, with Klaus Wallace for the first time in the top three. Overall, 2 points separate Capes from Sigmarsson.
Oh, it's close,
Wallace
isn't
and
it?
Markovic fight for third, but it's a straight duel for the top.
Well, of course, there's a strong element of entertainment in all of this. That last event proved it. But, you know, the closer you get to these men, the more you begin to appreciate the way they can absorb the cuts, the scrapes, the bruises, and still keep going. And, of course, the two we most admire are Capes and Sigmarsson. Don't let your eye deceive you in this next event, by the way. It's a powerboat lift, but it starts off with a weight of 616
Powerboat lift.
Deadlifting has
Oh,
never been
thanks,
one of
Harry.
Jeff's forties, and I asked him if he was apprehensive.
Yeah, can we get...
You know, because it's a swan song, so to speak, I'm giving 100% no matter what I do, no matter where I come. It's the 100% effort all the time. I'll be going for him, don't you worry. You know, I'm not going to let him go that quickly.
Jeff Capes has just told me he's not going to let you get away. Now, how much do you admire and respect him?
I respect him a lot. He's a great athlete. And the title is not mine until the end.
Well, Grizzly's back problem was aggravated by the tug-of-war, and he can't take part in this event, which will obviously favour the powerlifters. And this man is in the top echelon. The boat has been sacked
Grizzly's
with
gone.
cement and sandbags.
John Paul Sigmarsson, first attempt.
Yeah, I hope so too.
320 kilos.
A mere 50 stone or so. No problem at all. But it seems that John Paul is being disqualified for throwing the boat down, and he doesn't seem to understand the situation. There's clearly a language problem here and some confusion all round. Jeff seems to be explaining to John Paul that by dropping the boat, he infringed the rules and is in serious trouble. The Reykjavik Supporters Club is anxious. But the competition is going on, and John Paul acknowledges the applause for Jeff and the other competitors for allowing him to continue. The spirit of camaraderie prevails again.
340 kilos, Jeff Capes.
The weight inside the boat is now 340 kilos, 750 pounds.
In your own time, lift. Down.
And the Englishman looked well within himself in that lift, but then he looks like that in most events. All the competitors are allowed 6
Well done,
lifts,
Jeff.
and this is Dusko's third. It's the same weight, 340 kilos.
Oh. Oh, he's going to get it. Is he?
It's looking tough for him.
Oh,
He
no.
must lock out those knees. Well, he
Well,
made it.
well done, Dusko.
But that looked like the limit for him. He's certainly feeling it. The crowd haven't fallen out with him yet, and neither have his French mates.
Next lifter will be Ab Walters. In your own time.
How was it, Harry? Oh, Ab's getting
His
psyched
fourth
up.
lift, and he's attempting 360 kilos, 795 pounds.
Go on, Ab. Oh, that's a shame, Harry.
There, a great achievement by the Dutchman, but his hamstrings must be on fire. And now Brewer, having survived his earlier ducking at the same weight, and also with his fourth lift, and remember,
Yeah, that's the
he's been
opposite, not what you
French
want at a
powerlifting
quiet place, is
champion
it?
4 times.
In your own time, lift.
A very controlled lift, and he's certainly taking no chances with
Very
the referee.
controlled lift.
And that's a good lift by the Frenchman. And now Capes with his fourth lift. The weight is 380 kilos, 59 and a half stone.
Lift.
You know, that summarizes the man well. He's produced the extra nobody but he thought was there. Incredibly, this is only John Paul's third lift. He's saving his strength for the really big weight. He's attempting 400 kilos. That's 63 stone. 3 times his own body weight.
Wow.
And doesn't that seem very easy?
Oh, hello, Josie. Russell,
Yet again, he seems
thank
to have
you for
infringed
the
the
raid.
rules.
I
David
don't know why I'm
Webster
saying this
tells
like a
him to keep his
robot.
back straight, and of course,
Hi.
having to lift 400.
Hello, I hope you had a good stream. Yeah, hello, rustlers. Hello, Josie. What were you up to? Let's give you a shout out. People might not be following Josie because I've only been streaming recently. So do give Josie a follow if you don't already. Do I follow Josie? I don't know. What was the best time? What were you speed running, Josie? Right, we're watching the 1986 World's Strongest Man. This Icelandic man is in the lead.
100 kilos again means expending a lot more precious energy. Yes, he's there.
Oh, well done, John
And he
Paul.
looks like he could even lift the QE too. He is, after all, an entertainer, so he mustn't forget his public.
Oh, were you speed running the Coronation Street Hot Pot game?
Now then,
That's
can
fun.
Capes possibly stay with him? As I said, he's not known as a lifter.
You
But he's
were
already
great.
achieved
Did you get
more
the
than he's done before.
Did you get the
Personal best.
Did you get the record? Oh, you must at least be able to get on the leaderboard, right? Yeah, speed running for second place. Nice.
The weight, 420 kilos. 925
Right, here's Jeff Capes. They're trying to lift up a boat, but they've made the boat's heavy. That's the gist of this.
It's not going, and he readjusts his stance as
Oh,
John
Jeff
Paul
struggling.
anxiously watches. Oh, I think you heard that saying no, and that's it. Wisely, he's not risking injury, but another sign that Capes, a champion, will push himself on that bit
No
more
problem,
than is
Jason.
expected
Thanks for the
when
raid.
chips are down.
Please
The weight
enjoy
remains the
your
same.
shower.
420
Yeah, well
kilos.
done, Jason.
John Paul prepares himself. This is his 4th lift, so he's got 2 more in reserve if he so requires. Carefully strapping his wrists.
In your own time.
I wonder if he's in trouble.
Oh, he could be in trouble. Oh, he's not in trouble.
He just delayed it. He loves a victory, doesn't he? What's the use of keeping feelings secret? Anyway, that's his 3rd win with a remarkable
Yeah, there was no
performance by
trouble, was
Jeff,
there?
beating the powerlifters Brulwa and Walders, and also agreeing to allow John Paul to continue. That's now put Sigmarsson 3 points ahead with only 1 event to go. And although Jeff will fight to retain his title, Sigmarsson seems to get stronger and stronger.
Well, the competitors are being called for the last event, and I think if there is a little aggro left, it'll help them pump the adrenaline through the veins. This is their last
Oh,
test.
thanks
the
for giving me a
barrel
shout
race,
out.
or
It's
more
trouble.
specifically, wine casts, 5 of them, weighing 200 pounds. They got the steep ramp 20 meters and put them on the lorry. They have to do that 5 times as quickly as they can. It's an event in which the heart and the lungs are decidedly on overburn.
We've moved along the quayside for an event which has also been hit by injury, and Klaus Wallace has had to pull out. Markovic against Walders. The Dutchman's left leg is
Is that
merely
a
keeping
TV
him
channel?
company, nothing more. But it's heavily
I do
scratched.
vaguely remember
He's
trouble.
still suffering pain. Markovic is handling the 90 kilos barrel as if it was a 90 kilos barrel. The shake defies a clean hold. Well, the French lesson is understandably brief. Could also have told them the words for agony, pain, exhaustion, and get me out of this.
Come on, bonjour.
Well done, Dusko.
Both of them, surprisingly, think they've had enough. Especially Walders, who'll have to do his nightclub bouncing from a wheelchair for the next month. But Markovic is going to go on, even though the referee has warned Walders that he'll get no points if he doesn't complete another lift. The Canadian is about to go
You
with
just made it up, did you,
410
Harry?
kilos. He knows
I thought I
it's
could
the last
remember it,
event
but it must be one of those,
of leaving Nice for a winter in
must be a
Toronto.
Mandela effect, you know? you may. Oh, yeah. It's really got me there, Harry.
110 kilos of an unyielding barrel, and you can go home with your head held high.
He's got it.
That will do. He'd bowed, except he wouldn't get back up again. The courtesy cop.
So he's called it the courtesy cop.
One finale. They are quite simply the best.
Okay, here we go. It's Jeff against John Paul. This is it. This is for the title.
On your marks and get set. Okay.
You really have to remind yourself constantly that there's a generation of athletic achievement separating these two men. Because they're still so close in competition, we easily forget that it's Capes at the age of 37 who's producing the exceptional. Only a fragile few points separate.
Can we please stop talking about Jeff like he's a decrepit old man?
In accepting this, Capes
It's fine to be 37, I think.
John Paul may one day come to appreciate, like the small band of Capes supporters. Sigmason with a second barrel of 90 kilos is about to draw away. This time he has a good sense.
I think it's fine to be 37.
Capes is a genuinely tired man that appears to be no zest.
Genuinely tired man.
John Paul is now acting as if the rest of the week has been merely a warm-up. Capes looking back not just at an immediate opponent, but at what is now clearly a phenomenal athlete who's
You'd leave it all to the budgies,
the
Jazza.
very standards which the big Englishman would wish to endure.
Hang on, am I 37 or 38? Oh, I don't know. Lost track.
Capes downhill.
Yeah, I think so, JC.
The length of the course is developing between them, and perhaps
He's got a whole
Jeff, with his
career
third barrel,
of budgie breeding ahead of him.
might make some foolish mistake. It's now the only way the Icelander will go under. But Capes is now beginning to look as if this is his last battle.
Oh dear. It's not a very dynamic finale, is it? Watching them waddle slowly up a jetty.
Now the bond of their size and strength is detaining Sigmason to will Capes on. For the end, apparently, is nigh. Capes is finished, but there's enough strength to raise a very important arm in quick recognition of his crown having passed hand.
No, it's no Atlas Stones, is
To
it?
get maximum score, unless he wishes to do to prove a point. The point being is that he has so much in reserve.
Oh, this is like a flex. Oh, he did. He nearly dropped it in the water.
His final tactics coming straight from John Wayne at the Alamo.
I am the strongest one. I am from Iceland. Oh, that's impressive, isn't it?
The scores which decided it all. John Paul only a point ahead, but in reality well out in front. Cape second, Markovic finishing stronger than the cribble
Yeah, they're
holders.
good shots, aren't they?
And there's ample consolation for the fallen. Wallace's wife screening him. And I asked Grizzly Brown for his thoughts on the final outcome.
I take my hat off to John Paul. He's a tremendous athlete. I take my hat off to everybody. Because
Well, he nearly fell in the water today.
But Jeff is like a brother to me. You never know if it's the end or not. He's a great champion.
One thing I recognise about Jeff Capes above all else is that he very carefully thinks his sport. He's very meticulous in the way he examines it.
I said last year, he's the Muhammad Ali of the sport. And brother, you better believe it.
Even on the last event, you see, John Paul was still only 3 points clear. And let's assume, hypothetically, that two of those athletes beat him, I could have won. That's how close it was again. But
Harry is
unfortunately,
bidding up
athletes
the
dropped
stream
out
with
through
£2.
And,
Cobot idea,
but the end
Jeff
result was 4
Pepe.
points clear
Yeah,
on me.
Jeff Papes.
It's a win on his part.
Yeah, thank you,
he did
Harry.
very well.
Would you also like to add a hashtag to the
My title
TikTok?
again, unfortunately, but in another way, you know, I've got no gripes, no grumbles. I tried my best, and you know, if my best isn't good enough, then I'd like to see somebody else try in my place.
Do you think you can become stronger?
A little bit sad. Yes, I am becoming stronger every year.
Wow.
I am stronger now than last year. And next year I will be stronger.
Yeah, no rush, Harry.
Is Iceland going to be big enough to hold you?
Yes, I think so. It's a great country.
Well, you're going back
Really
with the
thought
title,
about that,
World's
didn't he?
Strongest Man. Congratulations.
They
Am
will
I
all
going to be
return
too
home
strong
with the
for
memories of
Iceland?
Nice as a mixture of pleasure and pain, and with the statistics, the mere bones of the immense physical commitment. As Jeff Cape said, there wasn't much between himself and the younger man. The injured Dutchman in third place wasn't disgraced, and the Canadian Markovic impressed as a newcomer. In the light of the day, Nice has composed itself for the presentation of trophies, and these will be handed over by Mr. Corban, member of the Board of Executive Management, DAP Trucks. And there's little danger of John Paul being disqualified for his last lift. After all, he surely deserves the good things in life as the world's strongest man.
Yeah, yes, I think. Oh, that was a good transition. That was a good transition, wasn't it? That was a good transition.
In life as the world's strongest man.
That's good. Yeah, I don't know if there were 3 different sizes of woman. Oh, good montage. Thanks, Archie. Yeah, maybe, Josie. Yeah, thanks, Harry. Okay, great. Okay, it's not. Okay, it's not. Okay. Right, a good start. A good start, I think. Seen 1986 as World's Strongest Man. Okay. Well, here's the thing, buddy. They didn't do a 1987 World's Strongest Man. There wasn't one. Yeah, 87 was the fallow year. There was a competition called Pure Strength in 1987, which I think was a 3-way showdown. A 3-way one-off between Jeff Capes, John Paul, and Bill Kazmaier, the original, the 1980 World's Strongest Man, who they brought back in for like a 3-way competition. We can watch that if you want, or we can just skip straight to the 88 World's Strongest Man. I do have it somewhere. Also, wildcard option for after that. I do have the 88 World's Strongest Man, but I've also found something called Clash of the Celtic Giants, Europe's Strongest Woman 2004. So that's another option. I'm just saying that's there. I've got that here. I have Clash of the Celtic Giants, Europe's Strongest Woman 2004. Not that I found on this playlist, Harry. But let's what should we do? Let's watch the 87 Pure Strength first, and then maybe we'll finish with Clash of the Celtic Giants. Not that I could see from a quick search, Jazzar, but they did say he wrestled, didn't they? So I will look at, maybe he had a different name when he was wrestling. But the other guy, Klaus, they're about an hour. Actually, the Clash of the Celtic Giants is about 40 minutes. It is a school night. We can get two more in, Josie, I think. we can get to. We can watch 1987 Pure Strength, and then Clash of the Celtic Giants, Europe's Strongest Woman 2004. Yeah, I suspect he may have done a bit of both, Brady. Yeah, we could watch Vince McMahon's bodybuilding thing at some point. Okay, let's get this on. Oh, what have I done? Uh-oh.
A very tough event.
Okay, no. Hang on.
Very tough
Hang
event
on. Yeah. Ignore this. Right. Ignore all the noises you're hearing. Oh, also remember we are. Oh. We will be submitting a TikTok at the end of the night as well. So far we've got cumulative talk February and March, hashtag RIP King Charles, hashtag thirst, hashtag A24, hashtag Stan Brackage. Yeah, I don't see any reason why not, Harry. Let's see the talk. It's all my TikToks from February and March laid over each other. Okay. Let's put the TikTok on. It's about 3 minutes long. Oh, actually no, it's nearly 4 minutes long. All right, yeah. Let's put the TikTok on. We'll have a quick break. For people that don't want to watch the TikTok. Well, no, we'll just get a break in, and then it'll be Pure Strength 1987. Okay, enjoy the TikTok, everyone. I'll be back in a minute.
On BBC One, special BBC News with Peter Sissons.
The Queen Mother has died recently at the age of 104. Within minutes, people young and old started to gather and remember the Prime Minister's tribute. She symbolised Britain's decency and pride. Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, has died in her 102nd year. She died at Windsor at 3:15 this afternoon. Buckingham Palace said the end is peaceful and the Queen is at her side. Members of the royal family are arriving at Windsor tonight. Prince Charles, who says he is devastated, and the Princes William and Harry will return from their skiing holiday in Switzerland.
Okay? All matter is merely energy condensed to a slow vibration. We are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. There's no such thing as death.
If you're going to ban a robot, then detours the once a ban on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
Your sister is dead! And I know it was an accident. And I know you are in pain, and I wish I could take some of that away from you. I wish I could shield you from the knowledge that you did what you did, but your sister is dead! She's gone forever! And for what? If it could have maybe brought us together or something. If you could have just said, I'm sorry. Or just faced up to what you did. But you can't take responsibility for anything. So, now, I can't accept and I can't forgive. Because nobody admits anything they've done!
Darling, I made you a cup of tea. Well, this doesn't look like coursework to me.
Is this what you want? Is this it?
I said, stop
Right now.
Fine.
We also enjoying the TikTok. The problem is, it has to be the length of the longest thing I've posted. That's the problem with the cumulative ones. And this one, that one was quite long. Right, there we go. There it was. The cumulative talk, February and March. Thank you, Big Popper. Yeah, good hashtag. Did I see your tag? Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I'll add that. I'll add that in right now, Harry. I'll add that in right now. Hashtag ski biddy toilet. It's got 1.2 million tocs. Now, will this have 1.2 million tocs? Thank you, Big Papa Pizza. I hope so, Harry. I hope so. Big Papa Pizza has submitted. This TikTok is so long that IP used it as a break screen on my Twitch channel. Yeah, what do people reckon? Keep the P, or lose the P. Keep the P. Yeah, I think so. I think I'll get me more talks. Yeah, P's in the chat for the P. No P's in the chat for not the P. Okay, it's a landslide of P's. Okay, yeah, if anyone else wants to submit a TikTok for this, submit a TikTok, a hashtag for the TikTok. Anyone that subs or donates, etc., can do it. Or there is a channel points thing. There's a channel points thing down in the channel points redeems. There is one that you can use to add a hashtag. Okay, let's. Oh, I need to pay out the prediction, don't I? Need to pay out the prediction. John Paul won. Congratulations, John Paul's backers. Okay, let's get Pure Strength 1987 on. Bear for bear. Okay, we'll add that in a minute. Okay, let's enjoy this. Okay, Grampian Television. Okay, nice. Now, Bill did wrestle. Okay. Okay, this is a straight three-way contest. Who's going to win? Who's going to win the Budweiser Pure Strength Trophy?
Setting of Huntly Castle in Aberdeenshire, the three men who lay claim to the title of the strongest man in the world meet to settle their argument.
This is
Jeff
good.
Capes from Lincolnshire in England, John Paul Sigmason from Reykjavik in Iceland, and Bill Kazmaier from Auburn, Alabama, USA. Three huge men, three enormously strong men, and in this first event that strength will be tested. The Claymore, the traditional Scottish sword, weighing 15 pounds. And to put that in some perspective, Wallace's huge sword weighed only 12. And already Jeff Capes is struggling.
Oh.
Capes, the first to drop out. He will score only 1 point in this opening event, and it leaves Kazmaier and Sigmason to battle it out.
This is good. We're straight in. We're straight in.
Sigmason looking very confident. A smile around the lips, those glances towards Kazmaier. The American, huge man, is indeed beginning to
Bill's
waver.
gone.
John Paul Sigmason wins event 1. John Paul Sigmundsson's triumphant cry, there can be only one, summing up what this event is all about. Well, for the second test, as you can see, we've moved outside the castle for perhaps the most ancient test of strength of all, the manhood stones, one which was popular not only here in Scotland, but in most mountainous ranges
stones.
in the world.
You can see why they
Young
renamed
men
them,
earned the
can't
right
you?
to wear an eagle's feather in their cap by lifting those heavy stones or boulders onto usually a low wall. And for this test, we're using the famous McGlashan stones, named after the stonemason who fashioned them almost 100 years ago. There are 3 of them, the lightest weighing 100 kilos, the middle one 110, and the biggest, a massive 120 kilos, that's more than 260 pounds. And we've asked the contestants not only to lift them, but to carry them over this roughly 35-yard course, and then drop them into this farm cart at the end of their travel. A very tough event indeed, and the first man to go is America's Bill Kazmaier.
Okay. Can Bill lift the manhood stones?
So Bill Kazmaier, 6'2" and 23 stones of solid muscle, prepares to lift the
You
first
can get your
of
channel
the
points in.
McGlashan
Who's
stones.
going to be the strongest man?
This is the one referred to around these parts as the wee one. And that, I can assure you, is only relative. Kazmaier gets it up onto the shoulder, though. Difficult enough to lift.
Are they going to
these
be wearing a
stones, but to
kilt for
actually
all the events?
carry them and then drop them into the farm cart really is a tremendous test of strength. 1 down, 2 to
There's a
go,
dog
and
barking outside my
Kazmaier
window.
jogs gently
Sorry
back
for picking
for
that
the
up.
second. Man with an astonishing list of previous occupations before he turned to full-time strength athletics. He's been an oil rig roughneck, a strip joint bouncer, an Alaskan lumberjack. He's played American football. And even now, when the money's right, he's known to wrestle professionally back in the States. Second of the McGlashan stones. You can see how much more difficult it is, and Kazmaier doesn't like that one at all. That's it.
I can dig
He's had
out some
enough.
of his wrestling, actually. He wasn't very good. He wrestled some matches in WCW.
McGlashan gets the
in the
better
late
of
80s.
Kazmaier.
Maybe even early 90s.
Oh, he's coming back for a second chance. There's a time limit in this event, so you can drop the stones and re-lift. It's all
Yeah, he
extra
went to
effort.
mini-cap with
He's well
practice.
within the time limit. Let's see how he fares this time with the second stone. 110
He's struggling with
kilos.
his stones. And they are heavy, to be fair to him. Oh,
No,
no.
this time he has had enough.
Okay, here's Jeff.
Cape's one of the legendary names of British track and field athletics, arguably Britain's greatest field athlete of all time. The man who has turned to these strongman competitions with such success over the last few years begins his assault on the McGlashan stones.
Is he Britain's greatest field athlete of all time?
The first one, as with Kazmaier, handled without too much difficulty.
I suppose maybe he
The
is.
point where Kazmaier dropped the second is marked. And clearly, if Jeff can go beyond that point, he'll take the lead. Jeff now 37 from Holbeach in Lincolnshire. 2 Commonwealth Games titles as a shot putter. 6th and 5th
Are the
in 2
jumping
Olympics.
events track or field?
Superb athlete. He's looking good with this middle of the McGlashan stones. Over 240 pounds, remember?
They're field, yeah. Track
Already
is
gone beyond
specifically the
Kazmaier.
running ones, right?
Yes, it's in the cart. And that was an effort.
I suppose someone like Jonathan Edwards might be a better field.
Not just a strong man, of course. Jeff, as a youngster, he reached county standard in basketball and soccer and in cross-country running. And this is an event which demands more than just pure strength, despite the title of our programme. So 2 down, 1 to go. Lots of time.
Come on, Jeff.
He knows that he's at least in second place. This is the big one, though.
He is to the UK what Joey Chestnut is to the US. What do you think?
No question of this one going.
This is the 1987 pure strength competition.
Jeff adopting a different technique.
Oh, yeah, so it's a sort of
more about events.
It's not an official world's strongest man
from Lincolnshire. He works it all out beforehand. But as you can see, that bandaged forearm preventing him completing that lift.
Oh dear. Yes, it is interesting, isn't it, Big Puppy? Yeah. It's quite sedate, but then they're lifting these mad big stones. Okay, what can John Paul do? Oh, he's gone tops off. Easy.
John Paul Sigmason, the youngest of the 3 contestants, only 27, 6 foot 3.5.
Yeah, I suppose John Paul is
as with Kazmaier
sort of in his prime.
The first of the
whereas the other two are probably
without too much difficulty.
Probably,
and it goes, and back he comes for number 2. Sigmason,
are a bit
also
older,
an all-round
still strong.
as a younger man. Played soccer and handball, he swam, he was a karate fighter for a while as a teenager. Good middle distance runner as well. And then he took to Olympic weightlifting before an elbow injury meant that he couldn't actually snatch properly. And that's why he turned to powerlifting. And that's what
is that against TOS though, Joseph?
Point today. The second of the McGlashan stones. Now, Kate
if
got this one into the
that,
car.
would you report the stream?
And Sigmason do likewise. Yes, he does. So it all hinges on the last stone. And Sigmason certainly looks a little more relaxed, a little fresher than Jeff Capes did. And remember that all he has to do is carry the stone by whichever method further than Jeff Capes did, and he'll win a second event. And remember, he's already won the first. So this really would be throwing down the gauntlet to Kazmaier and to Capes.
Well,
He's going to try and get this up onto the shoulder. Encouragement, yes.
Oh, he's got it up.
How far can he take it? Over 250 pounds, solid stone, and he takes it only far enough to beat Capes. He had it all worked out. That's enough. No points in expending any extra effort.
There we go.
And that's 2 out of 2 for Sigmason.
I don't want to walk very hard.
And suddenly we had a very thoughtful-looking Bill Kazmaier and Jeff Capes. On then to event 3, into more than half a ton of cannon, built in 1830, originally for the Napoleonic War, and brought to you from Culzean Castle in Ayrshire. That's more than 1,300 pounds, a quite staggering dead weight, which has to be pulled more than 50 feet up the slope behind me.
Pull a cannon
Again,
up a hill.
A timed event, and the first man to go is Jeff Capes. A very determined Jeff Capes, having seen John Paul Sigmason take each of the first 2 events. This is one which he really wants to score. Tremendous determination in the big Englishman's face. This, of course, an event which is not just about
Jeff likes to pull things,
a lot of
right?
rhythm and timing involved in this as well. Capes going well.
Yeah, that would have been good,
Don't
wouldn't
want
it?
to let that cannon slide back down the slope again, or the effort involved is even
Is
greater.
that a
But he's
Homer
beginning
thing?
to put it off the mat. As you
Is there an
can see there,
episode
he's
where
actually
Homer
got it
gets shot
off
with a
the mat.
cannon a
It's
lot?
come off to his right, and that increases the resistance.
I don't remember the full
One more
premise.
pull, not quite, over the line. Jeff very annoyed indeed. Has pulled it
Yes,
slightly
the one
off
with
to
the
side,
smashing
and that might have
pumpkins.
added just a second or two to his time, but
Yeah, and Celtic
25.39, and we
yeah.
reckoned before the event that anything under 30 to 40 seconds would be very good indeed. So a good time for Capes, and John Paul Sigmarsson looks around him, psychs himself up, and off he goes. 25.39 to beat. Already, as you can see, the Icelander trying to get that rhythm going, trying to keep moving, trying to keep the cannon coming up. No stops if he can avoid them. Last agonising few feet, so difficult, but this is a great pull by Sigmarsson. As soon as those rear wheels cross the line, the clock stops. Has he done it?
Just, hasn't he? Just beat Jeff.
He has, 23.11, so just a couple of seconds better than Capes. Sigmarsson has done it again. He's got the better of the Englishman, and only Bill Kazmaier can better that time now and prevent the Icelander making it 3 in a row. Great encouragement again for the American. Huge man, tremendously strong. 23.11 to beat. Oh, he's lost it though. He's lost it. The rhythm's gone. It's a dead weight with every pull. Every time he stops to pull, you'll notice the cannon just slides an inch or two forward. Here it is. And that makes it so much more difficult. And he's not going to better Sigmarsson's time, or even Capes's. Oh, he's up on his feet now, trying to get the leverage. Kazmaier finding this much more difficult than his two opponents. Disappointing time for the American.
It's ready for the red trip.
And he's still got a couple
I don't know
of feet
how
to
old
go,
he
and
was
it's
at
a
this
real
point. I don't know if they
struggle.
said.
45.86 for Bill
38.
Kazmaier, almost exactly double the time taken by Sigmarsson, who now makes it 3 wins out of 3. Can anyone stop the Icelander? Well, join us again after the break. The next event we have to look forward to is the caber toss.
Okay, John Paul's smashing it. Okay, that's the end of part 1.
Hello, welcome back to Huntly Castle, where the events on this first afternoon of competition will be taking place, as you can see now, in warm sunshine, and that's brought a smile to everyone's face. No one's smiling more broadly, though, than John Paul Sigmarsson, leading the table on 9 points, 3 wins out of 3. Jeff Capes on 5, Bill Kazmaier on 4. Our next event, though, is tossing the caber, that image perhaps most closely associated with Scottish Highland Games. But it's not exclusively a Scottish event. It's taken place in Italy, in France and in Germany, and is still practiced in Sweden today. But its origins, as you might expect, are well lost in the mists of time. They talk of ye casting of ye bar as far back as the 16th century, and it's even said that Henry VIII wasn't averse to tossing the odd caber. Our caber, though, is 13'6" in length. It weighs almost as much as I do and will be thrown for distance, not for style. That's the important thing to remember. And the first man to go is someone who's had some success at Scottish Highland Games in the past, tossing the caber. That's Jeff Capes. And this is an event in which Jeff Capes will certainly fancy his chances. He's now a very experienced Scottish Highland Games athlete and a very successful one. And he knows a thing or two
this is about
tossing the
angle
caber.
rather than distance, I think. Is that right?
Not a bad throw for starters, although perhaps doesn't look delighted with it. Now let's see
He's
what
doing it
John
right
Paul
now, Harry.
Sigmarsson can do. He's only recently begun to take part in Highland Games, so he's beginning to
Careful
get
swinging
the
that
hang of
round in the
caber,
toilet.
but I don't think his technique will be just quite as impressive as Capes's. Glorious setting for this event, of course, underneath the castle walls, where
glorious
almost
setting.
certainly they've
It is
been
nice setting.
tossing cabers for hundreds of years. And John Paul having a few problems, moving backwards for a while there, but he's got it now.
Oh!
And that's pretty close to Capes. Sigmarsson's happy. And the throw's marked by the pointers bearing the tartans they're wearing, and Capes marginally ahead on the first throw. As we look down on this beautiful sunny afternoon. The lawns by Huntly Castle. There's been a castle here since the 12th century. Present one dating back
Okay,
a
is
little
Bill
less
going to be
than
able to toss the caber?
Now, Bill Kazmaier, this fascinating character who takes such inspiration from his surroundings and indeed from pipe music. Also a less experienced caber tosser, so you see how much lower the head is.
Oh.
And he stops a long way short of the start point, still gets a good throw in, but that's some way short of the previous two efforts, and still has a bit more work to do with his second throw. As the tartan indicators, Capes in first place, Sigmason second, Kazmaier third, after their opening efforts.
Okay. Jeff does have the edge here,
Troubled a little by
having
a
done this
injury
before.
picked up with the McGlashan stones. Oh, didn't get a bounce at all. It dropped dead, and that was a little bit unlucky. And I don't think he's improved on his opening throw. Well, he has, but not by very much, just an inch or two. Bill Anderson, much respected character, a referee, marks the Capes throw. Now, Sigmason. Steady. And begin the run. A lot of effort into that one.
Sometimes an inch or two matters a lot when you're tossing. That does seem to be the case, isn't it, Harry?
I think he's still behind Capes. He is.
Okay.
And here's Bill Kazmaier.
What can Bill do?
Inspired by the sound of the pipes. Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh.
That got a good bounce. And that could be enough to put Bill Kazmaier in front.
Yeah,
Got a lot of momentum into that toss. And Bill Anderson marks the Kazmaier effort as the best
Oh,
to date.
Bill got it. Okay, Jeff needs a big throw.
Nursing that neck injury a little in his third attempt.
Oh, that's good,
he
isn't
didn't
it?
get a bounce again. Another good toss, but he's not getting any luck.
Good toss, no bounce.
Dead, and it's not as good as Kazmaier's.
I think you'd have to be careful.
He is annoyed, and well might he be. He was a little bit unlucky there. Didn't get a slight bounce, which he needed to take him beyond Kazmaier's.
I think you'd have to
Still
watch
like
out, like not.
John Paul Sigmason.
Okay, not at Harry's Park.
Man who works as a nightclub bouncer in Reykjavik at the weekends, spends the other 5 days training. Oh, that is the one.
Oh, well done, John Paul.
He got the bounce which Capes was looking for, and that has taken Sigmason into the lead. Bill Anderson moves the tartan marker. So now it's Kazmaier.
Is that what we're going to have a community? We're going to have a community meet up and cable toss, are
The
we?
difference in technique. He hasn't quite mastered the upright stance, which you need to get maximum leverage on the caber. And as you can see quite clearly, that's not good enough. And John Paul Sigmason has done it again. 4 out of 4. 38 feet 8.5 for Kazmaier, 38 feet 7.5 for Capes. But Sigmason wins the caber. 39 feet 3.5 inches.
He's strong, isn't he? He's strong.
Now don't forget, we've already established 3 brand new world records in this championship for the Claymore Lift, the Cannon Pull and the McGlashan stones. But this is the first chance the contestants will have to shatter an existing world record in another event with the Highland Games connection, throwing the 56-pound weight over the bar. Now the Scottish Games record stands at 16 feet 9.25 inches. The current world record is 17 feet 2 inches. I wonder whether we might get close to that this afternoon. The Icelanders' third attempt at 16 feet 3. All 3 men opening up at 14 3. Really only a loosener for them and no problems at all. Up to 15 3, Sigmason and Kazmaier over easily, but Jeff Capes surprisingly failing in his first attempt, getting it in the second. 15 9, all 3 over. And now at 16 feet 3, real problems for Sigmason, because this is his third attempt. If he doesn't get this one, then Sigmason is out of this particular event, and the sequence of Icelandic wins will be over. So an important one this for the Iceman. World record, remember, 17 feet 2.
Okay, so they've just got to throw it over the bar.
At 16 feet 3.
Here we go.
Sigmason has to get it.
And he has.
And easily. And that, in fact, just highlights the
Thank
problem
you.
and
Thank you for
technique
giving a shout out
Sigmason was
to
having
Iceland.
earlier on. He was getting the weight high enough, but couldn't get it far enough over his head to clear the bar. But this time, over by nearly a foot, and Kazmaier, as he stretches the hamstrings and psychs himself up for his first attempt at 16 feet 3,
Bill stretching
taking
in
perhaps
slow
a little
motion.
bit of a psychological advantage over John Paul Sigmason. Kazmaier. No problems so far. This is his first attempt at the weight Sigmarsson has just cleared.
Okay, cam builder.
Sound of the pipes, of course. Tremendous inspiration to the American. In between events, goes off with his personal stereo and plays pipe
I'm not sure,
to
Big
get
Papa.
himself in the right frame of mind.
Could be the store,
All
could be
that
the
for a
country.
man from Alabama.
Oh, it's over.
No problems, and there's a lot more to come from Kazmaier. There look to be at least 6 inches of daylight between the weight and the bar there, and Kazmaier is enjoying himself.
Well done, Bill. It's Jeff in slow
So,
motion.
Jeff Capes. It's an event in which he was really expected to do very well indeed, but he struggled at 15.3.
I'm not sure if they did, Josie. Although there might have been other things like this
See
that
how
were
he
on the
coped with
TV.
16.3. Psyching such an important process in events like this. A little slap in the face from Jeff. Come on, let's get this one up in the air, he says. Very economical style. No problems for Capes. He's over at 16.3, and the bar will now go up to 16 feet 10 inches, and that's within just 4 inches of the world record set by Capes himself in Lagos,
Could be a Highland
Nigeria,
Games, yeah.
1981. Next man to go, though, as you can see, the mighty American, Bill Kazmaier. 16.10.
Okay, cam builder. 16.10, so that's high. It's over.
Again, he's clearly over, no problem. Weight slightly off to the side, perhaps towards the crossbar, but no problems for height. Kazmaier throws down the gauntlet to the Iceman, John Paul Sigmarsson, the man who's dominating this competition. Looks up at the height he's got to clear. 16 feet and 10 inches.
He's got it.
Oh, tremendous effort. And he's pleased with that one after his problems
You'd want a
7
helmet for
inches
this.
ago, if we can put it that way. No problems at all at 16.10.
Yeah.
Jeff Capes, though, a disappointed man, because 3
Oh.
failures at 16.10, 4 inches lower than his own world record, means that Capes is out, and this is now a 2-man competition. And that really is a bit of a surprise, because Capes is the most experienced of the 3 in this traditional Scottish Highland Games event. But Capes out, Bill Kazmaier jogs towards the bar. This for a new world record, 17 feet and 3 inches, 1 inch higher than the old one set by Jeff Capes. Perhaps you'd say the present one, he's not over yet, but he's looked so good and so confident. Everyone here fancies Kazmaier's chances. The momentum in the bar, and it's over.
It's over.
It's made it. It struck
close.
the bar, but crept over, and that is a new world record,
New world
for Bill
record for
Kazmaier.
Bill.
Not perhaps one for the purist, but he'll settle for it. And once again, John Paul Sigmarsson finds himself having to match the
Not
American.
one for the purists.
17 feet 3, and he's already failed twice. Again, one that Sigmarsson must get, but he's out of the competition. This to equal the new world record.
Oh, he's got
And
it.
made it. Again, he strikes the bar, but absolute delight from John Paul. And to think that at 16.3 he was in trouble. But this time, the tremendous
Look how
fighting
record has
qualities
become record.
Icelander shows through again.
Yeah.
So up again goes the bar, 17 feet 6, and Bill Kazmaier, who hasn't yet had a failure at any height in the competition, set to increase his own world record, which itself is only minutes old. Kazmaier clearly taking inspiration from the sound of the pipes.
Why do they keep saying
Scottish
that?
setting
We can't hear any
underneath the
pipes.
castle walls here at Huntly. 17 feet 6.
Oh, he's got
And
it.
he's over. What a tremendous performance.
New record.
And isn't he delighted? He could be here for a long time yet. So, Sigmarsson, for the 3rd time in the competition, has a final attempt at a height to stay in with Kazmaier. His second Kelty,
Yeah, GFC.
encouraging him all the way. Come on, you can do it. 17 feet 6. He's got to. He's
So
got
all
2
three
failures.
men have held. No, I suppose
stay in
John
the
Paul
battle
never
with
actually had the
Kazma.
world record, did he? Just equalled it. But Jeff had it at the start, and then they
All
both
the way through, John
equalled
Paul's
the record.
problems have not really been with height. It's been with technique. That weight has got to go up and back over the bar. John Paul's been getting it up in the air, and that's been dropping back down in front of the bar. It's an event of skill and technique as well as pure strength. Can he make it?
They should rename the event then, shouldn't they?
Nope, not this time. So, for the first time, John Paul Sigmason is beaten. 3 failures
There
at
you go, Bill gets
17.6.
it.
And Bill Kazmaier has won the event, the 56-pound weight over the bar. And even though there's perhaps a degree of disappointment that he had 3 failures at 18 feet, he still wins the event and sets a new world record in the process. So to the final event on this first day of Pure Strength 87. The smoke from the campfires drifting among the trees on this glorious summer evening at Huntly Castle, this most beautiful of settings, the hoist, a short, sharp event to test tired muscles. And
It's funny
Sigmason
how
first to
kind of
go,
rushed some of
lifting
this films,
just
but how
under
much
200
slow motion
pounds
montage there
up
is.
towards the pulley wheel.
Like none of the
and
events
doing
are
so
introduced,
at a time
but
of
we will get a
11.05
slow motion montage of Jeff walking up to the string.
Starting off in the sitting position and immediately falling onto his back. And he's slower than Sigmason, struggling a little at the end. The white tape touches the pulley wheel, 14.89. And once again, Kazmaier behind Sigmason. As the log is placed across, Jeff Capes sets off to try to better 11.05. And he's going well.
He's going fast.
This is going to be close for Capes.
Oh, we might have
Just
got it.
outside. 11.66,
Oh,
just slightly more
unlucky.
than half a second worse than the Icelander, and Sigmason has done it again. Bill Kazmaier's efforts all in vain, as are those of Jeff Cape, still struggling a little with that neck injury. A brave effort by the Englishman, but it's John Paul Sigmason, the Viking, who has done it again. 5 wins out of 6. What a start.
It's the end of part 2.
And welcome back to Pure Strength here at Huntly Castle in Aberdeenshire for the Budweiser Trophy. And the situation on this, the first event on the second day,
looking good for
is
John
that
Paul
John
at this
Paul
point, isn't
Sigmason of Iceland is way out in front. 5 wins out of a possible 6, 17 points to Bill Kazmaier's 10 and Jeff Capes' 9. And we move into the log lift with Kazmaier first to go, and clearly a man who is very determined to cut back that lead of John Paul Sigmason's. There's a traditional weightlifting event using a log to which weights are added as the competition goes on. And tactics come in here a little bit as well, because you're allowed 6 lifts in total throughout the event. You choose the weights at which you want to lift. And Bill Kazmaier, as you saw there, no problems at all at 250 pounds. Really only a loosener. So tactics very important here as John Paul Sigmason attempts the same weight, because you can choose to miss a weight and allow your opponent to use up one of his 6 lifts. This particular event taking place high up on the castle walls, and Jeff Capes, who's not perhaps as ebullient as we've seen him this morning. He's been having a lot of trouble with trapped nerve on his neck. Since the McGlashan Stones event yesterday,
Be growing
and he
pains.
might find a few problems here. He's got it though.
Well done, Jeff.
Jeff Capes showing a lot of courage. It must be hurting a great deal. So all 3 clear at 250 pounds. Bill Kazmaier first to go at 280.
It's a big
30
log,
pounds
isn't it?
of weight
It's a big log.
added to the log. Kazmaier, who once again is off listening to the pipe music and the personal stereo between lifts. It's tremendous
Didn't
inspiration
realise
from
he
it.
had
As
a
you
sort of
can see,
Walkman with
up
the
it goes, no
bagpipe
problems
music
at
on.
280.
That's his secret weapon. It is, isn't it, Josie?
John Paul
They made a throwaway
Sigmarsson
comment at the
will now
start that he
attempt
likes
that
the
same
music.
weight.
He likes the music
Interesting
of
to
the
watch
pipes.
Sigmarsson's
And now he's
technique here
mentioning it
because
every
he
time.
bit of an injury as a young man, well, young enough now, but when he was younger, and in fact doesn't have a complete lockout on the final part of the lift. You just watch. He doesn't quite get up as far, but Judge Bill Anderson is well aware of that and knows that that's as high as Sigmarsson can go. It signifies no less effort, and that's a good clean lift. So Jeff Capes to match the efforts of Kazmaier and Sigmarsson, 280 pounds.
Yeah, we don't know if Jeff likes the music of the
20
pipes.
stones.
It's not been told.
Come on! Come on! Yeah! Easy! Get it done! Come on! Yeah! Come on! Yeah!
Above the head.
Oh, no.
Nope, that's a failure for Capes. And that might just be an indication that the injury is troubling him. So, Jeff Capes out of the competition, and once again it's a two-man event. And John Paul Sigmarsson next to go.
Come on, do it!
It's going to go well for Jeff.
£300.
Come on! Yeah!
He looks so comfortable, doesn't he? Looks so easy. So, Sigmarsson at 300, and here's the first indication of tactics, because Bill Kazmaier has elected to pass on 300 to save a lift for perhaps later in the competition, anticipating another very tight tussle with Sigmarsson, and he now moves on to £320. He's got to get it, of course. He's passed on 300, this Kazmaier at 320.
Oh,
And up
easy.
she goes. Once again, he asks the question of John Paul Sigmarsson.
And that question is,
And
can you
Sigmarsson
lift a
too,
big
as you can
log?
see, indulging in the tactical game, he decides to pass on 320, and he'll go straight to £340, thereby keeping him on the same number of lifts as his opponent.
Oh, no, didn't get it.
Get it first time.
Oh,
To the head.
don't
Got
put
to
it on
stay
your
steady.
head.
There's not a lot of room to move up there on the platform on the castle wall. Doesn't want to start staggering around, or it'll never go. But he's steadied. Yes, Bill Anderson says that's good.
He's got it.
So a little bit of a struggle there for Sigmarsson, but he's got it at 340. And Bill Kazmaier, playing the tactical game, says, no, I'll leave it till 350.
I'm presuming if one of them falls off the castle, Jeff will do a little talk about how it's not
He
actually
gets this
dangerous.
He's 10 ahead.
No,
Sigmarsson, and
it's
they'll
Bill
each have
Kazmaier,
lifted
the
4
American.
times.
It's the guy they keep going on about the pipes.
Come on! Come on! All the way now! Power it! Come on! Come on! No!
Punishment is always from the seconds. Oh, Kazmaier working. And up she goes.
Well done,
And the
Bill.
first little smatter of applause, because that really was a great effort. So, John Paul Sigmarsson looking to better that as Kazmaier looks on in the background. £360
Can he do it? £360
above his
log.
head.
That's a big log.
That's Sigmarsson's 5th lift. If he gets this, he only has 1 left. But again, it's got to go onto the head. Look at those biceps. Tremendous power. Again, that's right arm not quite locking out, but that's as far as it can physically go in his case. And is he ever delighted about that? £360, and Kazmaier does a bit of thinking, goes off, listens to the pipe music, and decides he'll miss the 360 and go for 365. At these kind of weights,
The pipes
£5
told him. The
is a
pipes
big
told him
difference.
365.
365. This will be Kazmaier's 5th lift, so he still has 1 on Sigmarsson. Great tactical battle, this.
Oh, no.
This is 3rd attempt, so he can't afford to fail. If he drops this one, Sigmarsson has another win.
Oh, no.
He's getting it.
Oh.
It's gone.
What are we doing out of bounds again? Got a wire.
Bill Kazmaier absolutely furious with himself. The tactical error, perhaps, he elected to wait until 3.65. He had 2 failures, and then the third, which means that John Paul Sigmason has done it again. His last lift of 360 pounds, enough to win yet another event. So delight for Sigmason, fury for Kazmaier, and for Jeff Capes, nothing but black despair.
If you take my career, which has been 32 years, 22 of them being international athletes, and where I've never pulled out of a competition when I'm injured. And the last 10 years I've been competing in strongest man competitions all over the world against the same people I'm competing against today, and never ever pulled out of a competition. But I think it's important to say that probably this is the greatest competition that has ever took place, together with the 3 men, and these 3 men, myself included, Kazmaier and John Paul Sigmason, are the 3 greatest strongmen of all time.
So only 2 strong men remain in the hunt for the Budweiser Trophy. John Paul Sigmason and Bill Kazmaier. And at the moment, it's heavy odds on the Viking from Reykjavik. Tremendous display of strength, and Kazmaier knows he has a tremendous job to do. And this, of course, the wheelbarrow.
Yeah,
the barrow, 300 kilos. The McGlashan stones, 440 kilos, together with some assorted weights. The total weight, 740 kilos, 1,628 pounds, 3/4 of a ton, which has to be pushed around this course in the cobbled courtyard of Huntly Castle.
I'm not sure you can geese jump me.
A timed event.
It's not looking good for you, is it?
John Paul Sigmason. Steady. Getting the barrow in motion and keeping it going, negotiating the corners. Strain showing in his face, and he has
if only
to take a rest.
there was something that really inspired Bill. It's a big wheelbarrow, isn't it?
For the time. Timekeeper, I think, confusing him a little with the answer. John Paul knows that he can afford to take a breather here. And the psyching up. The lift and push to the finishing line, and the barrow wheel stuck by a cobble there. It's not an easy course. One thing to push it over smooth tarmac or concrete, but these are cobbles to make it even more difficult. And Sigmason, despite all the encouragement, has to take another break.
Oh yeah,
but
that's
he's up and up
horrible,
again.
wheeling it over cobbles.
And over the line. And that was very impressive.
It was impressive.
Kazmaier in the background looks on, but doesn't smile.
Okay.
1 minute,
Can Bill beat
27
that?
seconds. And that was tough.
Here we go.
Bill Anderson, a referee, sets off. Bill Kazmaier, resplendent in his kilt. Incidentally, the Scottish Commonwealth Games tartan, created for the 1986 event in Edinburgh. Kazmaier, proud to wear it. Great fan of all things Scottish.
There's really something mystical about the pipes. You know, they say that it's the highest form that the human can produce through an instrument. And to me, it sends chills up and down my spine. If I close my eyes, it literally, I tear and I'm sent 1,000 feet. Well, to tell the truth, I have a lot of dreams where I'm standing at the edge of a castle and I'm throwing heavy weights with barbs out into the crowds of rushing soldiers and things like that. But I'm not sure. Maybe a couple hundred years ago, I might have gone once around over here.
Deep breaths from
There we go.
Kazmaier. Hacks himself up. Come on, let's get this finished. Let's beat 1:27. The clock ticks on. 22-inch upper arms, 17-inch forearms. One of the most
Anyone else
impressive
have a dream
physiques
that they were
any
some sort of
us
Scots
have ever
warrior?
seen. But he's struggling a little bit again, and he has to take another stop.
Oh, he's not going to do it, is he?
Just to continue on the theme of Bill Kazmaier's build, a 60-inch chest and a 40-inch waist. Huge man, 23 stones of solid muscle. And now he's off towards the finishing line, being encouraged every step of the way. But it's not enough. Another Herculean effort from the American. 1:41, 14 seconds behind
These are good
Sigmason.
transitions, aren't
And
they?
this astonishing Viking has done it yet again. These are the heavy cartwheels we'll be using in event 9, the deadlift, with the thought now clearly in John Paul Sigmason's mind that not only can he win this title, but he can do so by taking 9 out of the 10 events, and that really would be an astonishing achievement.
Yeah,
Sigmason
RTI.
first to go in the deadlift,
Just
with the total
nationality.
weight of cartwheels and weight discs 815
Oh, that's
pounds,
heavy.
and lifted with the same ease you or I would pick up a holiday suitcase. Bill Kazmaier, 815 pounds. No problems either for Kazmaier, as indeed one would expect of former world powerlifting champion. The first man to bench 300 kilos, which is the powerlifting equivalent of a 4-minute mile. So this could be a very good contest indeed. Kazmaier, slight favourite, but Sigmason here, as we've seen, is in quite immaculate condition.
Oh, he's got it.
Problem there, I think perhaps the binding on his wrist came loose, and Bill Anderson, I don't think had given that as a fair lift. So in comes Hilty, the faithful second, and this time no problems. Little unwanted extra effort there from Sigmason. 925 pounds now the weight on the bar. Kazmaier, second man to go in this event, so he'll always be following Sigmason. And if it goes,
there we go. We don't know if he's listened to any quote music before this event.
975
I'm sure we'll be
pounds.
told. 975, he's got it.
And John Paul Sigmason looks as if he has a lot more in reserve. Kazmaier seeking to match it. 975 pounds. Getting very close to world record for the deadlift. There we go. They're both in form, and we're over the £1,000.
So many pounds, isn't it? There's so many pounds.
1,005
pounds.
Ever the showman. He really is incredible. John
was he
Paul
saying?
Sigmason. Quite obliging, friendly, to the point of being gentle away from competition, but what a showman on. And Kazmaier matches it. What a contest we have here. So up goes the weight this time to 1,047 pounds. We're getting very close indeed to a new deadlift world record, and that really is quite incredible in these circumstances. It's not a conventional bar. In fact, it's a rectangular lifting bar, as you can see. So that makes it even more difficult. This really will be a Herculean effort from Sigmason.
He's got it.
He's got it. And Bill Anderson says drop. 1,047 pounds. What an astonishing performance. Once again, Bill Kazmaier has to try to match it.
Is this it? Come on. Oh, it's not. Stop moving, is it? Oh no, he's got it.
He's got it. He's been given it as well. This is the event which Kazmaier began a firm favourite for, but Sigmason is lifting so well. So this is the world record lift. Another 30 pounds added to these groaning cartwheels. 1,077 pounds. No human being on the planet has ever lifted so much weight. And John Paul Sigmason could well be doing it this sunny afternoon at Huntly
Castle.
Castle.
World record. Here we go. He's got it. Is he?
I think he's got it. Yes, he has.
Got it.
That is a new deadlift world record. 1,077 pounds. And he strolls off quite happily as if he does it every day of the week. Kazmaier to equal the
This is
new
gonna
world
be-
record. And he's
Oh,
struggling.
he's close.
He hasn't got it.
What do you want, mate?
Bill Anderson says you didn't lock out. It's not a good lift. Kazmaier's going to have to try again.
Well, with that, you got it, and there'll be another day. All yours.
Kazmaier concedes, acknowledges the applause of an enthralled crowd. What a titanic battle that was, but Kazmaier has had enough. And John Paul Sigmarsson wants to go even higher.
Oh, he's got it.
1,153 pounds. It's up there. It's another good lift. We could be here all day. 1,153 pounds. He has shattered the world record. And he's going to win this trophy. Of that, there's no doubt.
Okay, yeah, John Paul's got it.
Bill Kazmaier is determined as ever to stop Sigmarsson making it 9 out of 10. Now, the technique's going to be very interesting
what's this?
here.
Okay, this
How do you carry those stones?
Okay, so sort of finishing off with a sort of stone
Kazmaier
model.
has settled in perhaps inelegant but very effective way of taking the smaller of the two over the bridge. Back he comes for the second. It's too heavy to adopt the same technique as the first, so it's a little hop, skip and a jump almost with this.
It's not dignified, is it?
But he's going, he's got the rhythm, and that's important. As always, tremendous roars of encouragement from the entourage. And this is a good performance. This is a very good performance.
40 seconds.
There's no way Denny did both of those, says Bill.
Wind up!
What do you mean?
On you! Wind up!
Now here's Sigmarsson, and as you can see, he's elected to lift it and carry it.
Wrong!
And it's slipping a little. It's hard to get a grip.
Oh, yeah.
Going for the ring this time.
Come on, you! Wrong!
Over the shadows of the bridge here at Huntly Castle. Drops it over the line, but he's quite a little bit slower than Bill Kazmaier at this stage. He is really going to have to move very quickly with the heavier of the two.
Yeah, he's
Remember,
not
the
gonna
total
do it,
weight
is
is
he?
785 pounds. And Sigmarsson can really come up with nothing other than Kazmaier's method of getting that second stone over, and that means that Kazmaier is going to win this final event.
Yeah, that's what the event is showing up.
John Paul's tactics wrong.
Except
on the smaller of the
your
two
mum
mini
has bought
stones,
loads of,
and
just bought a
Bill
big stone.
Kazmaier will win this final event in pure strength. John Paul Sigmarsson completes the course. Second this time, but he wins the trophy. And a quite glorious exhibition of pure strength.
There we go. A glorious exhibition of pure strength.
And so, as we come to the end of Pure Strength 87, in Jeff Cape's words, the toughest test of strength ever devised, the 10 events produced 8 world records, 6 of them set by one man, John Paul Sigmarsson of Iceland, who has proved beyond any doubt that he is the strongest man in the world. From Huntly
Well
Castle,
done, John Paul.
goodbye.
Yeah, it's pretty good with that. Oh, that's nice. Oh, all right. Well, okay. We didn't. I think he won the Bud. There was the Budweiser Pure Strength Trophy. There was the Budweiser Pure Strength Trophy. And yeah, and a CD of pipe music. I think that was the prize. Right. What time is it? I reckon we've got time to watch Clash of the Celtic Giants Europe's Strongest Woman 2004. But I do want to get a drink, so I might take a quick break. You only recognise tournaments for strength sponsored by Iron Brew. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, right. I'll be back in a minute. Then we're gonna watch some strong women. For balance. Remember, get your hashtag. I'm gonna submit a TikTok at the end of the stream. Get your hashtags in. Yeah. I'll be back in a minute. This trailer doesn't articulate. This is. You're all going to be laughing on the other side of your face. Okay, we've got round. Oh, we haven't got round because the side's in the way.
And they're all ready for action. Look, sat here, waiting to go, raring to go, up against raging reality. How do you feel about that? But did you see their first battle? Razor tried but couldn't ever get hold of them. So how's Tempest going to get hold of them?
I played it a little bit off stream to see if that bug was fixed. Actually, we don't need. Do you know what? We are being very conservative. We don't actually need 25 stone. You just don't need stone very much. TTP. What's Tory about that? Oh, because I said I was being a bit conservative. Yeah, all right. No, I did say that.
Going the war. Not like them to leave it to the last minute, is it? But I like to think that Britain's still got the best designs, the best engineers, and judging from this lot, the biggest lust for carnage!
Do you think the British have got the biggest lust for carnage?
What a show coming up. Destructive weaponry, watchful house robots, flames and flips, 259 and the seeded
The words Judy is
101 guys, father and daughter team. There's Amy, how are you? Good, you excited? Come on. Now these tracks come from a milk bottle washing machine, which is extraordinary, and there's going to be aircraft grade aluminium all over the top here. It's going to be quite a fight, I think.
I'm the battle
Yeah.
starter, twisted battle starter. Let the wars begin!
There was a Bristol pass, yeah. I will. Robot, keep them coming. Anyone that subs, gives a sub, donates, can pick a robot for me to make a picture of with my face on. We will see some examples of that at the end. But okay, let's unpause Craig before his finger keeps growing. I don't think I've got it saved. I'm gonna have to Google plastic buttocks again, aren't I? Different double act, right? Yeah, the Patton brothers. Okay, I am back. It's Nitro time. Let's see some more big lads. Hope people have enjoyed the big lads. Hope people have enjoyed the big lads. Oh yeah, hang on. Let's add. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sure, this is perfectly innocent. Jazzar sent in the hashtag bear for bear. Bear for bear. 70 talks on bear for bear. So great. Well, I think we're up to date on. I think we're up to date on our TikToks. It does, Josie. Yeah. We are due another edition of the TikTok game, so that could be coming soon. Oh God, get rid of the. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Hang on. It turns out that deletes the whole hashtag, but there's no problem. I can add that back in again. Yeah, okay, we'll get rid of that so that people still think the TikTok's cool, but we will leave the P in. Okay, there we go. Right, okay, I think we're up to date on TikToks. People can send them in. There's the channel points thing. Anyone that subs or donates, add a TikTok, etc. But now, it is time to head somewhere over here. Okay. Yep. Yeah, there is Jazair. There's one more event to come. And here it is. Here we go. Oh, I'll pay out the other prediction as well. Oh, ignore that. Here we go. We're heading to 2004. Okay, congratulations to people that backed John Paul in the last event. He smashed it. Oh, do you want to hear the audio? Did you want the audio as well? Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, yeah. Why not? I'll spoil you. Here we go. Oh, big points for Joseph.
Welcome to the Glenarm Estate. We're down in the arena there. The events are about to begin in the 5th annual Clash of the Celtic Giants.
We'll be bringing you 2 programmes from this wonderful estate. The second of those is the World Highland Games, but for now it's Europe's strongest women.
And here are 3 of the ladies chasing that title. Anna, tell me, what sort of training have you been doing for this event?
For this competition I train 4 days a week and 2 hours a day.
Serious stuff, but of course there's more than just 3 competitors.
Yes, over here, let me introduce you to 5 more pretty tough competitors taking part in the competition. First up, we've got Ilja Streek from Holland, followed by Jo Cutts from England. Then we've got Heini Kuivanimi from Finland. And of course, there'll be plenty of support for the 2 Irish girls, Trish Porter and Emma James.
And now let me introduce you to these ladies properly. This is, of course, Julie Dunkley, Britain's strongest woman. Anna Rosen, Europe's strongest woman and reigning champion here at Glenarm. And of course, Aneta Flortic, world's strongest woman. A hugely impressive lineup.
Yes, fantastic lineup here at Glenarm. And there's only one way to find out if Anna can retain her title, and that is to get started.
In this event, the women have to flip this 200-kilogram tyre, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Okay. And if that wasn't enough, they then have to do the duck walk, which involves lifting this 100-kilogram weight and racing with it between their legs for 20 metres to the finish line. Why is it called a duck walk, I hear you ask? Watch and find out.
Well, the first head-to-head is between the 24-year-old from England and current British strongest woman, Julie Dunkley. And she's up against last year's winner, the 31-year-old from Sweden, Anna Rosen.
Ready?
They're away. 3 flips of this big tyre weighing over 32.5 stone. Anna Rosen, who won the tyre flip last year, is going really well. Julie Dunkley couldn't move the tyre last year, but she's flying in 2004 at Glenarm. And in the duck walk, she's taken the lead ahead of Anna Rosen. This is a good time from Julie Dunkley. Anna Rosen drops it. Julie Dunkley across the line in 23.5 seconds. And Anna there in just under 26.
Yeah, quacks in the chat for the duck walk.
Well, it's pretty hard to even see the 33-year-old from Macarat, Trish Porter, behind that massive tyre.
I will add that in.
And she's up against the world's strongest woman, the 22-year-old Aneta Flortic.
Yeah, Flortic did win the last of the world's strongest women
Well, Trish Porter likes the tire flip. Annetta too is good in that discipline. She takes a bit of an advantage. Trish with her third lift. Annetta has finished. Now Annetta won the duck walk at Glenarm last year, so she should
Annetta
be
loves to
very
duck
quick
walk.
indeed.
He loves to duck walk.
She was third in the World Championships in this discipline, and this is a good time. And it's the quickest time, 23.05 seconds. Trish Porter, well, she's struggling a bit. She doesn't like the duck walk because of her size. But that doesn't matter. Just look at the effort. She's determined to finish this course, and she does so with a bang at the end.
You don't see it all up.
Not too bad. It's just my height with the duck walk is the handle is very hard to try and get speed up.
Sponsored by P&O.
We'll see.
Next up on the near side, it's Emma James, the 34-year-old originally from Belfast, and she's up against tough opposition from Finland.
Oh, it's Heine.
Quick start by Heine. She was second in the world's strongest woman in the tire flip, so she should be good at this event, as should Emma James with a big powerlifting background. Heine, she's finished the 3 flips already. She was second in the duck walk last year at Glenarm as well. This is a magnificent opening performance, and this looks like a quick time. She keeps the momentum going. Emma James with a
close. Oh, she's got it.
That's a super time. The quickest time so far, 22.5 seconds from the flying Finn. Emma James finishes the course. She's almost there, and just over 34 seconds for her. The final pairing in the discipline is Ilja Streek, the 31-year-old from Holland, against Joe Cutts from England. Can either beat the best time of 22.5 seconds set by Heine. Ilja Streek on the far side was third in the tire flip last year. This is Joe Cutts' first performance at Glenarm. Ilja not going badly at all. Now onto the duck walk. She's got that very quick time of 22.5 seconds set by Heine. I don't think she's going to beat that.
No.
But just look at the muscles in the biceps and in the thighs. Waddles towards the finishing line, and she's there. 27.6 seconds. Joe Cutts a bit down on that time. Almost at the finish, and drops it just before the finish line.
Unlucky.
We'll have to go back another couple of vital inches, and that's a time of 39.68.
Not keen on the duck walk. Don't mind the tie flip with the duck walk. He's not me.
It's not you. What do you reckon? Would you prefer a tie flip or a duck
round
walk?
1, the Finn Heine Kuivanimi, the world's strongest woman. Annette Florczyk is in second, with Europe's strongest woman and the winner here last year down in 4th.
Okay, car lift.
Well, in the next event, the women stand with their backs to this car and then try and lift it with these handles as many times as possible in 75 seconds.
Stop!
This is the third competitor in the car deadlift, Emma James from Belfast. She now lives in England.
Come on, Emma.
She's struggling a wee bit here at the start. The target to beat is 4 lifts. That was set by fellow Irish woman Trish Porter. That's 2 lifts from Emma James. Emma James is going well. That's 3 lifts. She was second in Britain's strongest woman, and that was her first event ever.
Well done,
well,
Emma.
she's shouting herself encouragement. She's gritting her teeth. Can she make it 5? She can. She won the World Powerlifting Championships in the year 2000. I don't think she can squeeze a 6th lift out. She's had enough.
Do you feel you're relaxing into it better now, though? Not as nervous?
No. But it's just I can get my teeth into that a bit better. I'm used to anything I can scream about, so it's about.
Well, just 30 seconds gone, and already Ilja Streek has 5 lifts. So Emma James' lead was short-lived, and that's 6 from the 31-year-old from Holland. 45 seconds gone now, and that's 7. Well, she's screaming at herself. She wants to make it into double figures. This is a great performance. She took part in the World Powerlifting Championships this year in France. She's a big, strong girl, and that's 10. She's got about 10 seconds for 1 more lift. Can she make it 11? I think she can. She's got time. Just about.
Oh, she got it.
And she's made it.
Well done,
11
Ilya.
lifts for Ilja Streak, and she takes the lead.
I don't feel anything. I'm happy.
It does look bad for your back,
No
doesn't it?
shoes. 2 lifts already. And she is making this look very, very easy. 4 lifts for Anna Rosen. She won this event last year. She's the reigning champion at Glenarm and will be disappointed that she's only lying in 4th place after the first event. That's 6 lifts for Anna Rosen. She has been carrying a bit of a back injury, but there's certainly no sign of it here. Just look at the veins and the muscles bulging in her neck. 7 lifts. She's got 11 to beat, set by Ilja Streak. That's 8 lifts from the woman who plays Medusa in the Swedish version of Gladiators.
Oh, she's a Swedish gladiator. Nice.
Can she manage 2 more? Time ticking away. Just getting her breath.
Anyone got a favourite Swedish
She
gladiator?
gets 10. Can she equal the target set by Ilja?
Did she do it?
Anna Rosen, the reigning champion, equals it. Is there time to get 1 more? No, there's not. 11 lifts for Anna Rosen. Great performance by her.
Yeah, exciting. I was very worried for this event because I hurt my back for 2 weeks ago. So I was afraid, but it works.
Next up was Julie Dunkley, disappointed only to lift 6. Penny fared a little better with 8 lifts, but Aneta Flortek was flying. 9 lifts with just 25 seconds gone.
Oh, she
What a
smashed it.
performance from the former Polish powerlifting champion. 13 times at junior level, and now at senior level. She's the youngest competitor here, and this is a tremendous show of strength. 14 lifts and still plenty of time remaining. 15 lifts. Well, she's making that car look as light as a feather. 16 lifts, now 17 lifts, and she's still got
still
20
looks heavy.
seconds left.
He's just lifting it easily.
Well, illustrating exactly why she's the current world's strongest woman.
Yeah, she's strong, isn't she?
19 left, she'll want the round 20. She's got about 6 seconds to do it. I think she'll make it, and that's brilliant from Aneta Flortek.
Wow.
20 lifts, and surely unbeatable.
So after last year's event now, what did you go home and tell people in Poland about Glenarm?
It's lovely, nice, and we want back every year.
So the comfortable winner of the car lift for Revs is Anita, a maximum 8 points for her.
seconds to get your channel
Ilja
points
and
in.
Anna share 2nd place. And that means Aneta powers her way in front after 2 rounds. Heine's in 2nd, and there's just 1.5 points separating the next 3.
Okay, it's the pole
Now, I reckon the
push.
crowd here at Glenarm will really enjoy this next event. It's the pole push. Now, we've got a 4.5 metre pole, a girl at each end, and they're going to have to try and push each other outside of the circle here.
that's good.
All the heats are sudden death, and the
Hello,
final
Angel
is the
Scepter.
best of 3.
We are watching
Well, in the quarterfinals, Ilja Streak beat Emma
Clash of the
James.
Celtic Giants, Europe's Strongest Woman 2004.
Anna Rosen was too good for Trish Porter.
They're trying to push each other out of a ring with a stick.
Heine took victory over Julie.
Oh, well done, Heine.
The first semi-final was between Ilja Streak of Holland and Finland's Heini Kuivanimi. Heine down crouching low, Ilja holding her off at the moment. You don't want to fall.
Oh,
or
Heine
step
gets
outside
it.
the ring. And Heine's through to the final. Ilja did well at the start, but then just lost her grip on the surface, and it was all over. Well, what a matchup this is.
That's what I was saying.
Anna Rosen, Europe's strongest woman.
Oh, this is a
Aneta
matchup.
Flortek, the world's strongest woman. Anna Rosen trying to get
Europe
the
is
drive
in
on.
the world, isn't it?
Anita just running around a little. Well, this is the best contest so far. Look at the determination there from Anna Rosen.
She's got her.
Beating the world strongest
Well done,
woman.
Anna.
Last year's winner here at Glenarm is through to the final, and she enjoyed that, didn't she?
I told you, it was my ring, and she'd gone out.
Okay, here we are. It's the final.
This is an important head-to-head, the final. Haney Cuivanimi against Anna Rosen, the defending
Haney
champion.
gets really low,
Going
doesn't
very
she?
low. Anna certainly the taller competitor, and she's just about holding Anna off.
This is...
Look at the strain in her muscles. Anna digging in very hard. This is a very close battle. Looks like Haney's lost the first one. Anna was on the ground, so who's the winner? Well, the judges will
What
decide.
happened? That was close, right?
Anna
Did Haney go
backwards.
out before she
Haney out
hit
of
the
ring
ground, I
first,
guess?
Before Anna was on the ground, yes she
Yeah,
was.
just
about.
Oh, it absolutely would, wouldn't it, Jesse? Yeah.
Athletes making sure they've got a firm grip. Haney needs to win this one to stay in the final. Again, she tries to crouch down low, but Anna tries to drive her backwards, loses her footing a little. It's a very, very even contest.
Though unfortunately, these
They're
water
fighting
bent
for the
isn't.
ground. Anna now getting a little bit of drive, taking the strain in the thighs, but Haney staying low. This is a great matchup. Haney not giving in without a super fight here.
It's a super
Anna edging
fight.
her ever closer. Haney fighting back again. It's almost stalemate in the middle. Who can last?
Oh, she's down.
Haney. Anna's on her knees. And she's used a lot of energy there. Well, every muscle in the body must ache.
That was
after
tough,
this.
wasn't it? That was a
Anna Rosen
real grind.
eventually lost her footing as Haney kept a good low stance to the ground, and it's one apiece. Both these women very tired after the first two bouts. Anna Rosen was puffing and panting very heavily. Haney's trying to dig her right foot in. Moving Anna now round the ring. Good footwork there, good athleticism from the Finn. Anna Rosen ever so close to the edge. She's outside.
Yeah, Haney takes it.
That's a great win.
Yeah, I think this is a real broadside to event, isn't it?
So that's 2 wins for Haney and Europe's strongest woman so far. She put all her effort and determination into
Yeah,
that.
I don't know, Buddy.
And just look how much it meant to her.
There's not even been something
Great win for the
similar,
Finn.
is there? I suppose the last World's Strongest Man had a tug of war.
Oh, I was very. That was one of the best wins I've ever got, like event win. Felt good.
Oh, madness.
Well, there's a really strong lineup at Glenarm this year, and it couldn't be closer after 3 events
very
at the
close
top
at
of
the
the
top.
overall table. Anita and Haney tied for first place, with Anna in 3rd.
Can't trust them. It is Haney. Name's not
This
Heidi.
Indo-Irish Sea, Europe's strongest woman, has attracted massive crowds to Glenarm again this year. The next event is the log lift, and all 8 women lifted 50, 60 and 70 kilograms. But 75 proved too much for Joe and Emma, and the women only get 1 lift each. Well, here's Trish Porter, one of the smallest competitors in the competition.
Go on, Trish.
And the
Lift
big
that
crowd
load.
here at Glenarm would love to see her lift 80
The log's looking
kilograms.
very metallic, isn't it?
Has been suffering from a hamstring problem,
well done.
but there's no evidence of it, and she's made it. Brilliant lift from Trish Porter.
Well done, Trish.
The crowd are right behind you, though. They love seeing you
That's
take
good,
it to
and
the
I can hear
stage.
Tu's encouragement. It's fantastic. I was hoping to get these, got it, so I'm really, really pleased with that.
Well, the rest of the women all lifted 80 kilograms, and then the log was raised to 85 kilograms. No problems for Anita or Julie. Next up was Sweden's Anna Rosen, the title holder. And she really needs to lift this. She knows the pressure's on. She needs to get into the next round. Europe's strongest woman is struggling. And she knows it. Anna Rosen has had enough. She has been injured, struggling with a back injury, and perhaps that's the problem. Well, Ilja Streak, a serious competitor, travels with her coach and her therapist to every competition. Can she lift 85 kilograms? Balances the log on her knees, now rolls it onto her chest, and this is the tough part. She's hurting a little. Can she make it?
Oh, she got it.
Needs the feet still, and she's done it. Trish Porter.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Summons all her strength and energy here. She's struggling a bit at 85 kilograms. The crowd and the competitors getting behind her.
15 seconds remaining.
15 seconds remaining. She may well have another go. Julie Dunkley roaring her on. But Trish has had enough. Now, Haney, the joint overall leader. The crowd watch on.
Yeah,
as
maybe
she tries
so.
to lift 85 kilograms. Rolls it onto the chest.
No, not her chance.
Not a chance, she says. She gives it up while the going's good. Julie Dunkley, who recently won the shot put event at the Great Britain Olympic Trials. She tries to lift 90 kilograms, and this would be a personal best for her. She's made the other weights look pretty easy. Up it goes, and it's there. Personal best for Julie Dunkley, and the first woman to lift 90 kilograms.
No good. Okay.
Ilja Streak has had enough. She says she doesn't want to lift 90 kilograms.
I wouldn't want to lift 90
So that
kilograms,
just
to be fair.
leaves the world's strongest woman, Annetta Flortick. If she doesn't lift this, then Julie Dunkley will be the winner. As the rain starts to fall at Glenarm, making it a little more tricky.
Oh, easy.
No worries for Annetta Flortick. Well, Julie Dunkley, a win in this discipline could push her up the overall rankings. This is 95 kilograms.
Oh, no.
The crowd are giving her encouragement. Spreads the legs wide and gets the log onto the chest. Now, can she do the all-important part? I don't think so.
10 seconds.
She's had enough. But a good effort nevertheless. World's strongest woman.
We're a long way from those great World's Strongest Man 80 shirts with their name on.
95 kilograms. Well, the way she's walked over to do this, you would think that she'll do it quite easily. This is for an overall win in this discipline.
Yeah, there we go.
She's there, and that's why she's the world's strongest woman. Maximum 8 points for her, and she takes the overall lead in Europe's strongest woman competition.
Well done, Annetta.
So after 4 events, Annetta has a useful 4-point advantage.
It was great.
With
Can't
3
wait
events
to the
left, the
elderly
next 4
crowd.
women are still in with a chance.
Last year at Glenarm, Polish girl Annetta Flortick came here for the first time with little experience, but finished an impressive 4th in Europe's strongest woman. This year, she's back, but this time, she's the best in the world.
My name is Annetta Flortick. I am the world's strongest woman. This is where I live, Malbork.
Malbork is a town 1 hour drive south of Gdansk in northern Poland. Thousands of tourists flock here each year to visit the largest and most impressive Gothic castle in the world. However, Annetta has very little time for sightseeing as she follows a strict training regime with Boguslaw, her coach.
Trenuję 2 razy dziennie, w sumie 6 godzin, 6 razy w tygodniu. Między treningami śpię, bo bardzo lubię. Po powrocie do domu biorę gorącą kąpiel, jem kolację i znowu do łóżka.
Great, her main hobby is sleeping.
Mimo tego, że jestem strong woman i uprawiam sporty siłowe, myślę, że jak każda kobieta lubię dbać o swój wygląd, swoje włosy, paznokcie, makijaż. Lubię chodzić do kosmetyczki i burzować w perfumerii. I like music, especially Led Zeppelin.
That's good. This is her version of the
world's
pipes.
strongest woman, Aneta, has become a major celebrity in Poland. There are TV shows and public appearances to fit in around her training. She doesn't have a special diet. She enjoys pizza and has a very sweet tooth, with a particular weakness for Mole's Hill, a traditional Polish cake.
Is that banana? I suppose that's nice actually.
Aneta is certainly very determined and disciplined, but if she ever feels like slacking, her trainer soon puts her right.
That is a shame.
She hates me, and I say, if you hate me more, you will be stronger and better.
W ubiegłym roku na Mistrzostwach Europy zajęłam 4. miejsce. Był to mój 3. start. 2 miesiące później wygrałam Mistrzostwa Świata. W tym roku przyjeżdżam do Irlandii i bardzo chciałabym wygrać.
The Farmer's Walk is always a really popular event here at Glenarm. The girls have to try and lift these two 80-kilo cylinders and carry them over and back a 20-metre course. The girl that carries them the furthest gets the 8 points. And Haney, this is always a good event for you. You came second last year. How are you feeling today?
Well, it's going to be a very tight event, but I really want this.
This is Anna Rosen. She was 4th in this event last year. She's gone off like a steam train. Doesn't like this event, she says. Prefers the power events to the fitness events. Got the 2 pigtails in today. For aerodynamics, perhaps.
Yeah, probably for aerodynamic.
Encouraged by the crowd.
Would everyone prefer
fitness
events or strength events?
I think she can. Now turns for another circuit. That takes her into the lead. Anna Rosen, the defending champion, in 3rd place overall in the competition.
Brady will go pure strength.
Getting ever lower to the crowd, and she's finished now. And that's a distance of 59.6 metres and the lead. This is Trish Porter representing Ireland. Doesn't like this event, she says, because of her size. But this is a pretty quick start. Just look at the muscles straining in her neck there. Makes it to the first turn. How far can she get back down this 22-metre course? Oh, she's hurting. I don't think she's going to make it a lot further. She's shouting and roaring at herself. .34.3 metres for Trish Porter. This is Heini Kuivanimi from Finland, 32-year-old primary school teacher, and she likes this event. I think she'll be disappointed if she doesn't set the best distance here.
It's actually relatively difficult to become a primary school teacher in Finland. So she probably has the equivalent of a master's degree.
She won the medley of the tire flip and the duck walk. And this farmer's walk is similar to the duck walk. Well, this is great stuff by the Finn. Finland's strongest woman since 1999. And that's 2 lengths complete. Now she's heading towards the target. Set by Anna Rosen. Heine lying in 2nd place overall in the competition. Straining just a little. Putting all her effort into it. She's passed Anna Rosen's mark and she's turning for a 4th circuit.
Well done, Heine.
That's a great effort by the Finn. And that's a distance of 68 metres. Julie Dunkley in 5th place overall in Europe's strongest woman, but a good performance here and she could move up the rankings. Julie Julie Dunkley really concentrating hard. She's a member of the Great Britain bobsleigh team. Travelled all around the world last year, ending up at the World Championships.
Didn't they say she was?
That athletic background should help her in this discipline.
The shot put, the British shot put champion.
On her second length now.
She just do all the sports.
Getting good encouragement again from the crowd. She still seems pretty solid. Now, what has she got left? Can she complete another 22-meter length? Oh, she just couldn't get them turned straight. You can see them veering off course. And her hands are sore after that. Last competitor in the Farmer's Walk is the world's strongest woman. Great to see her at Glenarm. Annette Flortick. Now she's got a target of 68 metres to beat. That was set by Heine. Anita leads the competition. But can she stretch her lead, or can Heine claw some points back?
Yeah, what's she gonna?
Well, this is quick. But remember, time doesn't matter here.
No, it's about distance.
Anita won this discipline at World's Strongest Woman, and that was against the clock. But the winner here is on distance.
Oh, she's slowing down a little bit.
2 lengths completed.
Well, not a lot, actually.
And the style here is excellent. She looks calm, she looks composed. Can she get turned? You can see the cone just on the right-hand side there. That's the mark set by Heine, and she's past it, and she's well past it. Well, this is a superb exhibition by the world's strongest woman. 4 legs. She doesn't need to go any further.
No, probably doesn't. They've got a bit late, haven't they? You think this will be your event? It's just carrying heavy shopping,
big
isn't it?
smile from Anita.
To its logical
She's
conclusion.
having a great time at Glenarm.
Good night, Jazza.
I'm very happy. This is my favorite event.
So Annette, the quickest and a maximum 8 points. Second place again for Heine.
Does
Anna in
look
third
like
with
Annette's
Julie
going to win,
fourth.
doesn't it?
And that means Annette now has a 5-point advantage from Heine. Anna's in third, and Julie 2.5 points behind in fourth.
Oh no, this race has gone
Well, this is a top-class pairing. Julie Dunkley, winner of the event last year, against Anna Rosen, the champion. Well, these yokes weigh 220 kilograms each, and the course is 25 meters long.
This is what Jeff Capes was worried about when he kept saying it wasn't dangerous.
Well, I fancy Julie will do well here. She won
be
this
spinning
event
in his
in
grave.
World's Strongest Woman, and she's off at a very quick pace indeed. Anna struggling just a little to keep up with her, but this is a sprint to the line for Julie Dunkley. Great time, 13.68 seconds.
Oh, there's a cartwheel.
Anna's still going well. Her height makes it a little more awkward, but this is a good time too. 23.9 seconds. Well, Julie Dunkley, superb time and stylish celebrations as well. She enjoyed that.
Oh, it wasn't that extravagant, it was just a cartwheel what I learned in primary school.
He was already pretty old, wasn't he?
Well, this really is a mouth-watering head-to-head. The world's strongest woman, Anita Flortick, against Heine Cuivenimi, lying first and second in the competition. Well, they're smiling before the start, but I guarantee they'll be grimacing before the end. This is a tough event. They're away. Good start by both. Better by Anita.
No,
she was second in this event in World's Strongest Woman. Now, can she beat the time set by Julie Dunkley?
No, she can't.
Julie Dunkley will win the competition. Anita will be second. And it's all over.
Oh, Heine's not yoke enough.
A win for Julie Dunkley, gives her a maximum 8 points. Anita's in second, Anna third, and Ilja in fourth. And overall, Annetta is now 9 points ahead of Heine, who had a disappointing yoke race. Annetta now cannot be beaten, but second place is still up for grabs going into the final event, with only 1 point separating the next three women.
Yeah. Oh, it's the legally distinct stones of strength.
Well, Emma James from Ireland has never attempted this discipline before, lifting the stones.
Oh, or possibly the name change to avoid sexism. They didn't call them the womanhood stones.
Kilogram stone lifted. Or can she manage 90 kilograms? Gets it onto her knees.
Yeah, that's. That was the. It came down to either that closer or stones of strength.
This is not an easy event, let me tell you. She's almost there. Balances it on the knees, tries to get the arms round this awkward shape. And now lifted up onto the barrel. She's almost there.
No.
Well, the big crowd at Glenarm want one of their local competitors to do well, but she's run out of time. Anna Rosen, the reigning champion, is relinquishing her title this year to Anita Flortek.
She'll still get second, right?
But she'll want to prove that she's still a champion. 90 kilograms in 13 seconds. That's the fastest so far. Anna Rosen won this event at World's Strongest Woman. 100 kilogram stone without a problem in 24 seconds. This is an awesome performance of strength. 105 kilograms, the fourth stone. She's going to do it in a time of 35 seconds. That is brilliant. And that will be very hard to beat. Amy Quivanini.
Amy needs a good showing.
Not her favourite event. She manages the first stone quite easily. Now she's lying in second place overall in the competition. But unless she lifts all four stones, I've got a feeling that Anna Rosen will move into that second place. 2 stones in under 20 seconds. This is the third one. This is a good performance if she can get that up there. She's just balancing it on the edge. Pushes it on up. 3 stones in 32 seconds. Now she'll not beat Anna Rosen, but can she be the second girl to lift all 4 stones?
Oh no, it slipped.
This would be a mighty finish for the Finn. Tries to get it up on top of that barrel. Well, the 4th stone, always the most difficult.
It's heavy, isn't it?
She's got about 20 seconds to get that 105 kilogram stone on top of the barrel, but she's had enough. And Haney will slip to 3rd place overall behind Anna Rosen.
Hit me if you want.
No. Good job, girl.
You fight well.
So did you.
It was a very tough fight this year. Cool.
Yeah.
Been very close between the both of you as well the whole way through.
Yeah. I think there's like half a point or something. Yeah.
I was very nervous before.
Congratulations.
This is the reigning world champion, and she's taken the title here at Glenarm of Europe's Strongest Woman. And she'll want to prove she's the best by winning this event as well. 2 stones in 13 seconds is very, very fast. Here's the 100 kilogram stone. 3 stones up there in 22 seconds. Can she beat Anna Rosen's time of 35.6 seconds? She can. That's why she's the world's strongest woman in under 30 seconds. And that is a brilliant performance by Aneta Flortek. No difference at the top. Aneta is the overall winner with 52 points, but Anna moves into 2nd place and Heine relegated to 3rd.
No, that was quick, wasn't it?
She's the best in the business. Annette Flortek, the world's strongest woman. And now she adds the European title to that as well. James Esner, the marketing manager for P&O Irish Sea, making the presentations. The trophy, along with the very heavy gold medal.
It's a massive medal, isn't it?
Triumphs in County Antrim. So Annette Flortek, the world's strongest woman, is now Europe's
I hope she gets some kind of,
as well.
you know, like
Yes, and that is it from Glenarm.
first
Hopefully you
class
enjoyed it as much
cruise
as we
or
did.
something.
Bye for now.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was ready, yeah, I forgot. I forgot I did that, yeah. Right, there we go. Some good big lads, I thought. Some good big lads. Some good big lads. Oh, yeah, okay, let's quickly post this TikTok. And then it will be time for bed. Oh, also I need to pay out the prediction. Let me do that as well. Does anyone have points on it? Oh, someone's going to win some big points for not putting much on it. Who's it going to be? Who was it? It's Josie. Congratulations, Josie. That was a skillful 10-point wager, yeah. Okay, have we had any more hashtags in to add to this? Josie does know. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, I'm going to add hashtag muscle mothers, which has had 24 talks. Interesting. Okay, is that it? Have I missed any out? I don't think I have. But you do have a few seconds to get some in while I pick the ideal cover picture here. Do I want me in it? Do I want? Is that what we want? What, this? Oh, this with the blue guys on. Is that? Is this what we think is going to get all the talks? I don't know. Is that perfect? Is it? Is that perfect? Right. Okay. Last chance to get any additional hashtags in. If anyone's not used their channel points. Otherwise, I think we're going to post this and we're going to go to bed. Let's have a final rundown. Cumulative talk, February and March. Hashtag RIP King Charles. Hashtag thirst. Hashtag A24. Hashtag Stan Brackage. Hashtag Ski Biddy Toilet. Hashtag Bear for Bear. Hashtag this TikTok is so long that IP used it as a break screen on my Twitch channel. Hashtag Muscle Mothers. There we go. Those are the hashtags. Do we think this one's going to go viral? Oh, we've got a late raid. Hello, Just Stevesy. I'm about to post a TikTok and then finish up. We have been watching some big lads, but thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid. Let's give you a shout out. I am grateful. We were watching some big lads. There we go. Everyone do give Just Stevesy a follow if you do not already. We were watching some big lads. We watched the 1986 World's Strongest Man. And then we watched some other stuff. And then we just watched Europe's Strongest Woman from 2004. And it was very good. They were strong. They were strong. Well, I hope you had a good stream. It was Big John Paul, yes. Yeah, he spoiler, won. Show the Raiders the TikTok. It's baffling. It's baffling though, Bruddy. We are about to, yeah, most Tuesdays, unless I forget, I do post a TikTok. And so far none of them have gone viral. Possibly because of the content, possibly because I publicly source the hashtags. We don't know what. Also, possibly because of some sort of conspiracy theory holding me down. I think we'll post it and then we'll watch it, right? I think that's fair, and then we'll finish. I think that's. But yeah, I've been muzzled exactly. They're you know, they're trying to silence the little guy, and in this case, that's me. They've gone yoke, which is what I say instead of woke, because my dad got those words confused once, and I haven't had the heart to correct him. Yeah, I'm a little Pete. That's me. Right, okay, let's post this TikTok. And then we'll go to bed. Okay, here we go. Maybe this will be the one. Okay. Oh yeah, embarrassingly, if I just type TikTok in, it takes me to Lewis Saunderson's page. Who I did notice just before I started the stream has just posted a video called "Serial Killer Puts Cop's Head's Wife in a Box." So that's something, isn't it? That's something. If you're not aware of Lewis Saunderson, then congratulations, and please do try and keep it that way. Look at my poor muzzled TikTok. This one, Shockmaster debut brackets with real audio. That could have gone viral, I think, if not for the Wokerati. If you do want to see the TikToks in full, you can join the Discord where I do post them unmuted. Okay, so just to explain this TikTok briefly, I randomly pick a TikTok from all the ones I've got ready to upload. At the end of every month, I put all of the TikToks I've made for that month on top of each other into one TikTok. So this is all my TikToks I posted in February and all my TikToks I posted in March, just on top of each other, in a sort of mess that could be mistaken for art, but so far hasn't been. Yeah, we should re-record the audio, shouldn't we? We should re-record the Shockmaster audio. Maybe that's a future stream project. Okay, so this is this TikTok. Oh no, that's the last TikTok. This one's me. Here we go. Oh, why is it gone weird? Come on, TikTok. Okay, here we go. Yeah, he could be Davy Boy.
People young and old started to gather and remember the Prime Minister's tribute. She symbolised Britain's peace in Celtic. Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, has died in her 102nd year. She died at Windsor at 3:15 this afternoon. Buckingham Palace said the end was peaceful and the Queen...
Oh, what's going on? Already being muzzled. I'm being muzzled.
Prince Charles, who says he is devastated, and the Prince...
Oh, this is a conspiracy. There's no two ways about it. Look, there's the TikTok. I would give it a like or whatever you do to a TikTok. It's got too many ingredients, some would say. Let's let people see it in well, not its glory, but I mean, you can see it without it being muzzled. Unfortunately, it's too long because one of the TikToks I posted in this month was a whole scene from a film where I edited Lewis Saunderson's TikTok into it, and it's too long. Okay, here we are. Meanwhile, I will find just someone to raid.
People young and old started to gather and remember the Prime Minister's tribute. She symbolised Britain's decency and home. Majesty Elizabeth the Queen Mother has died in her 102nd year. She died at Windsor at 3:15 this afternoon. Buckingham Palace said
I do think, do you remember when Crag used to finish Bob What Was with a poem? Was actually a very good TikTok. I think I actually made something good of that one. But maybe I'm misremembering it.
We are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. There's no such thing as death.
If they're going to ban a robot on Deer Tours, the once again on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
You think I posted nothing for hits? That's not. The Love Actually one's very good, but I didn't make that. That was Motivated Shushbugs made that.
And I know you are in pain, and I wish I could take some of that away.
Lewis Actually, that one's very good.
I wish I could shield you from the knowledge that you did what you did.
But a lot of them are just assets from the streams I've just uploaded with no context.
If it could have maybe brought us together or something. If you could have just said, I'm sorry. Or just faced up to what you did.
Yeah, okay, and this it really goes downhill here because this one is too long.
So now I can't accept and I can't forgive. Because
But Lewis was doing the scene from this film, so I edited it in.
nobody admits anything they've done.
Darling, I made you a cup of tea.
Oh yeah, don't worry about this one.
Well, this doesn't look like coursework to me.
Is this what you want? Is this it?
I said, stop right now.
Fine.
Could have cut it there, couldn't I? Is that Dirty Den? There we go. Okay, there we go. That's the TikTok in what some people would say too full. Is too much of it. I don't know how long an average TikTok is, and I've no interest or intention of finding out. I suspect it's not 3 minutes 44 seconds. But I don't know. Okay, let's find someone to rate. Thanks everyone. I think this has been fun. I hope people enjoy the Big Lad stream. I tend to do that every month. I tend to do a Big Lad stream where we watch some World's Strongest Man. I don't know what I'm doing for the rest of the week. Might do a stream in the day tomorrow. We'll see. Saturday evening will be wrestling from 1996. That was good last week. We watched some good wrestling last week. So yeah, they'll be wrestling for 1996, and then Sunday probably will be Robot Wars. Or it goes far to say definitely will be Robot Wars. Let's find someone to rate. There'll probably be some late night stream. I like doing the late night streams. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow night there'll be a late stream, actually. I don't know. I'll let you know in the Discord. Okay, let's find someone to rate. I always lose track of who I've rated most recently. I don't think I've rated. I don't think I've rated here for at least a week. Not that there's a rule. But, you know, it's nice to spread them around. It's nice to spread the love. Anyways, thank you very much to Just Stevesy for the raid. Josie raided me earlier. Thanks for that. And thanks everyone. Thanks everyone for watching. I don't know if we need to spread the Pete. Good night, Just Stevesy. Thanks for popping in. I'm sure I've got lots of things coming up. I've nearly finished a Titanic missing object game. What else? What else do I want to do? I need to fix the truck game. There's lots of things I need to do. Actually, I've got a lot of admin. But you know, there's more. There's irons in the fire. There's ideas coming up. I've just realised I've left 2 beer bottles here in a very. That's very lads, isn't it? That's very lads. I'm not meant to do that. Not meant to do that. Just ignore that. Okay. Good night, everyone. Good night, everyone. I'll probably see you tomorrow at some point. It's not. I wouldn't say it's a bachelor pad. They're non-alcoholic beers. Right. Okay. Good night, everyone. Give the TikTok a like or don't. I don't mind. Join the Discord or again don't. Right. Goodbye, everyone. Yeah, it's a bachelor nad. Right. Okay. Good night, everyone. Enjoy the raid. And also, goodbye to everyone who's watching on the VOD. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Right. Goodbye. Oh, actually, hang on. I'll disappear. Here we go. Ooh, oh, wrong way. Okay. Goodbye, everyone.